Queued up.
What's going on, everybody? We are in the building today. We have a lot of fresh, exciting things going on. This is episode number 17. Insane how we even made it this far, yo. Hey, quick round of applause, yo, before we get to the introductions. Episode 17, we are so thankful. I am your host, DJ Aaron Michael, and you guys are now locked into the Queued Up podcast right here. Man, we want to say a quick shout out to everybody's been watching us for the past 17 weeks.
That's crazy. It's a long time, yeah.
It's not missing a week?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
when you really think about it.
Course.
Yeah, that's a is that a semester?
Yeah.
I slept through college. I don't know, yeah.
I mean, the semesters was different at.
You're right.
Well, where I was at, I think
I
that's
went to
around
Glendale Community College. All right, time moved different.
The semesters was different at GCC.
Oh man, but 17 weeks. No, guys, we are super thankful, man. We cannot wait to make it to episode 20. That's going to be huge for us as well. We have a really special guest in the building, but we're going to get to him in just a second. Hold on. We got to introduce the usual faces that you see. First faces you don't usually see. Shout out to my guys, my boy Jesus Crust, Chewy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my other guy, Charlie Mumbles, you know.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. The co-captains of the content team. They're the ones who make us look good and sound good and feel good, you know, in that order.
Wow. Couldn't do it without y'all.
Could not do it. We couldn't, no. And then shout out to my homegirl. Yes, my homegirl, Ashley V. She in the building today. She wanted to come check us out. You know what I'm saying? We're excited and thankful to have her here. She's going to bring her expertise. She's very intelligent, super, really dope person. Thank you for being there, Ashley. Appreciate you. On the cameras, you already know the usual hometown starting team. Shout out to my brother RC.
Yerp.
You know what I'm saying? Calvin Productions. Shout out to my brother Artie Reeps.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Once again, and you wearing glasses too?
Yes.
I thought I was the only one doing glasses.
It's different kinds of glasses. You can see your eyes. You can't see mine.
I thought I was wearing the red foos, like I'm in LMFAO, and you over here stealing my goddamn shine.
You would have never known if you didn't look behind you.
I don't have to crank my
or
neck.
just look at the monitor.
That's true.
That too, I guess. Look, man, all right, I'm hopped up off this Celsius, okay? I'm feeling good. So those are those guys, and let me get to our special guest today. One of my really, really just best friends in the city. When I first met him, though, we didn't kind of get along because I'm always weird around new people. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, I don't know about this guy. I've heard a lot of things about him, but I never really met him. So I judged him without knowing him, and that's me being ignorant because I do that shit sometimes. I don't know. It's insecurity thing. It's a Libra thing, all right? But after I met him...
Yeah, don't put that on Libras. What you mean?
Whoa!
Don't wrap me into that.
What you mean? Don't put that on Libras?
Artie, you a Libra too?
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot you were a Libra.
You better Libra alone.
3 Libras here. But no, man, honest to God, this guy has done so much in a short period of time in the DJing world, especially making his name out here in Phoenix. Has one of the most successful R&B nights going for the past, it's been almost 2 years now, right?
Yep, almost.
Almost 2 years. He's been traveling, you know what I'm saying, to different states. See him in Cali, see him in the Midwest now, dropping mixes, you know, working with artists such as like Bodie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking, this is my guy, man. The one and only DJ Yellawave, man.
Let's
go.
Yeah. Hey, it's wild that you waited to tell the world on the podcast that you didn't like me when you first.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's
the first
crazy
I
to
heard of
include
it.
in the
Okay,
intro.
it's not that I didn't like you. No, I just seen it as like a competitive edge. Like the first thing I think of is competitive because I heard a lot of people say that, yo, you were a great DJ, you were dope. I'm like, all right, well, let me hear him. And then I heard him. I was like, all right, he is dope. So I got even a little bit more salty because you actually lived up to your name. But
That's love.
yeah, no, it's just love. I didn't like RC when I first met him either. We didn't like each other. It was
Aaron is a
that's actually
hater
true.
by default.
It's also probably important to note you grew up as an only child, so that just got a little. It's just,
Don't touch my
that's important context too.
I have a lot of imaginary friends that I got
That's
along
important
with off
context.
the bat, all right? So
Yeah,
That's that weird thing.
I'm
you were
weird
talking
like
about.
that, bro. I don't know. It's just it takes me a while, but once I warm up, I mean, hey, it's been 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Shit,
wrong.
You know, Artie. 20
Nah,
years?
nah.
20
yeah.
plus, actually. You know. And then,
So for everybody here, this is a podcast for you. This is therapy.
yes.
Right. Yeah. No, you're not wrong about that.
Really
Hey, this is also therapy for like Jello as well, too.
Oh, yeah,
okay, we
absolutely.
all this is therapy for all of us. All right,
Love it.
I seen Mumbles cry before. All right, it's
Hell no.
speaking of which, shout out to my boy Jello. He's doing big things right now. We love you, dog. Shout out to my boy Justin Gurian, who's usually here showing love as well. We love you too, dog. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, episode 17, we got my guy, the one and only DJ Yellawave in the building. So we're going to talk to him about some upcoming events he has coming on in the city of Phoenix. The city of Phoenix. Thank God I got it right the first time because I almost said the state again.
Had to think about that?
No, I didn't. I just actually, I've been practicing in the mirror, like the city of Phoenix. Phoenix
The
is a
province.
the capital of Arizona. Yeah, so also in the queue, we have for you guys, we're going to be talking about what Lil Wayne just did at his show not that long ago and kind of how we feel about it all being in like the music industry and just fans of Lil Wayne. And we love going to concerts and shit. For sure. We're also going to be talking about John Morant and another incident he got into on IG Live again.
Of course.
Possibly fumbling the bag. I mean,
Definitely.
it's not what you want to hear. And then we're doing another round of hot cues. You know what I'm saying? It's been extremely popular. We've been getting a lot of love from you guys on our hot cues, so we're super thankful. Talking about Jamie Foxx watch and his health update, the Suns coach, Monty Williams, former coach Monty Williams, and just a whole bunch of fun shit, man. We're going to get into that. But let's start it off here first and foremost with our guest, my boy, DJ Yellawave.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. So yeah, man. So what kind of was your inspiration? I kind of want to get into your headspace on like what made you think or what made you feel like you wanted to do a consistent R&B night, and then what was some of the things that happened for you to have your own?
For me, it was just going out to different R&B parties in Arizona and just not being happy with kind of people straying away from R&B. It's like, hey, it's an R&B party, but then once everybody gets there, then we're going to just play all of the regular hot club stuff.
Yeah. that
Because
would be
we're
happening.
afraid that we're going to like scare people away if we just vibe out to some R&B. And it's like,
Right.
we all literally grew up on classic music.
Facts.
And music is music. It doesn't have to be, what we've been kind of programmed to experience in the regular club world. So I was like, I should just try to do it myself. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then oh well. And yeah, it's been working. So
No, yeah.
Fire.
yeah, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
keep this thing going as long as I can.
Hey, man. We've all been there, and you gave us the opportunity to host our first ever like queued up like live event during one of your R&B nights. So
that was
you
a good
know,
night.
we appreciate you for that because that helped us. No, it was super fun, bro. Like we had the photo booth. Shout out to our boy Sammy, Elixir booth. Really, really dope people. Shout out to the people at Cobra and High Score as well. If you guys are in Phoenix, if you guys are ever traveling out here, you're looking for a fun barcade, Cobra is literally number one.
For sure.
Cobra and High Score. Those are really good fucking people and a really good time. Yeah, bro, like the vibe that you created in the culture, like seeing it from day one to where it is now, and like the type of crowd you guys attract, which is like a more, I don't want to say just smarter crowd, like, oh, these are just intelligent people, but they're like people that really respect the culture.
And appreciate the music.
And
too,
appreciate
which
the
is
music.
Most important. Most important.
Like they want to hear R&B, you know what I'm saying? Like every now and then we sprinkle in just a little bit of some booty shaking shit, but a lot of it, you know, you mainly stuck to like, yo, this is an R&B night. Like you're gonna hear throwback Usher, you're gonna hear some 3LW, you're gonna hear some TLC, you're gonna hear some Brent Faiyaz, and you make that shit hot, bro. So that's really dope. What do you think was like your biggest hurdle when you got it started with that?
Well, one, having it on a Wednesday night, which is basically convincing people that all have to be at work the next day. All probably just came from work, and it's the middle of the week. Most of my friends are industry people that their kind of week starts on Thursday, so their Wednesday's that last day that they could just be to themselves.
Right.
I think having it on that night was the biggest hurdle, but I would be... It sounds like I'm lying, but literally from the first night I did it, it's been cracking. Like
Let's go.
I haven't had a really an off night since.
Let's
I'm
go.
so grateful. Mostly not just for it to be like as popular, but just the community that it's kind of like revealed to the city. Like I love that Arizona does have that artistic crowd of people that, you know, don't just want to come to the club and listen to Lil Baby all night. You know,
Right.
like they really want to go and enjoy music and just vibe out.
Yeah, I feel like when I go there, bro, I notice like genuine happy people. Like they're genuinely enjoying it. You know when you go to the club and you see a bunch of people and they're just like, it looks
Wallflowers.
like they're like
Yeah.
putting on it.
It's like too cool for school.
It's like the opposite of that. It's like you get to see people like go back to their memories and you see like dudes dance battling each other and shit. And like it's funny because
fun, yeah.
that's the vibe every time I've gone there, and it's very consistent and it's always dope. So
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out, I definitely want to give you your flowers for. I think it's incredibly dope how you seen a need and a market. Obviously, a lot of the places that we go to, there's just a standard format for like either hip hop or maybe EDM or some of the bars maybe country mixed with
For sure,
a version of those two. So for you to recognize that there was a void in the Phoenix market and bring that to the city at the level that you're doing, I think it's super dope because I'm with Artie. Like when you go there, it's definitely a vibe. And for you to bring that to a space where it was lacking, hats off to you, bro. That was super, super dope.
Appreciate it, man.
yeah.
I mean, I just had it. What I was gonna say, the passion that you DJ with too, bro. Like that's why you're one of my favorite DJs to listen to. Like when I'm like the little bit of free time I have when I'm not working, I love to listen to you. Like you're up there with like some of the other local greats, like a DJ Javen, or like a Chris Villa, like DJs that if I'm just a regular guy and I never fucking DJ'd, I would want to go hear this person.
Appreciate that.
Because you put a lot of thought into your sets. You put a lot of passion into it when you on the mic. You be jamming and stuff. Like you make people feel comfortable enough to get into it. Because a lot of DJs that might have the skill, but they don't really put, or they don't know how to put themselves into it. You
For
do.
sure, yeah. You have to.
No,
You have to.
No, yeah. But I'm saying, but we both know like DJs that are like really just super talented, but it's like they're like, you know, like they're
hermits.
vibing with it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're hermits.
But you're a fan of your music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with that, so now you are kind of transitioning into doing even bigger things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You had an event, I want to say a couple months ago now.
January, yeah.
Yep, in January, the ONLYJAMS live event, which was held at this concert hall called the Van Buren out here in Phoenix.
Great venue.
Amazing venue, man. The Van
was lit.
Buren. Yeah, wait, what?
I said that was lit.
It was. No, I got faded somehow. I ended up on stage. I don't know how.
Yeah, you were all the way on stage.
Hell
Somebody
no.
gave me a mic. I'm not going to put that person on blast, but they gave me a mic. I didn't ask.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
It
you,
wasn't-
you didn't stop me though. Okay,
I didn't stop you.
until you had to.
I didn't.
But nah, even there, bro, like the crowd is different. It's like the people they're like open to socializing. People want to like dance with you. Like girls be trying to dance with you. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way smoother crowd, bro.
Yeah.
It feels so unaggressive. Is unaggressive a word?
The party is like a wingman. I always tell people
Yeah.
like being at that party is like the perfect wingman because the music, not just like for guys, you know, trying to like, you know, conversate or meet women or vice versa. It's just like, it's a community of people that they're going out and they're trying to have a good time. They're not, a lot of people I meet there don't even go out to drink. They go to just genuinely enjoy the music and meet people and have fun.
Nice.
It's like lubricant.
Excuse me.
Hey, yo.
Hey, he said it, not me.
Here we go.
It's like
See now,
you don't want to expand on that. You just drop that. and just,
Actually,
hey,
he's
yo,
right though.
lubricants.
You know, it's like this is gonna happen.
Who's getting
one way or
who's
another?
doing the
but it
lubing?
could be easier.
He's
Okay.
He's
Okay, there you
technically
go.
doing the lubing. He's not you know what I'm saying? He's not partaking in it.
Never change, Artie. Never
Yeah,
change.
man.
But so I had a question. So for me as a photographer, so just in general, I always think that it's important to niche down. I think where we are just in the social space,
Yeah.
the more niche you are, the more you can kind of speak to people and connect with the crowd.
100%.
And I think that's what you've done with R&B.
Yeah.
And so like for myself as a photographer, I am a photographer who specializes in nightlife event photography. That's a very specific thing.
Yes.
But I kind of look at myself as a specialist in that. So I can do other types of photography, and I do, but I'm a specialist in this area.
Yeah.
And I see you as the same way. But how do you kind of keep from being labeled as, oh, that's the R&B guy, or that's the guy that does the R&B, even though you can do other things? Like, how do you differentiate yourself from, hey, this is what I specialize in, but I can also do other types of formats? Because I've heard you play other formats that wasn't just R&B. How do you kind of balance that?
I mean, 5 nights a week, I'm not playing R&B.
Gotcha.
And also, like, I think I kind of slid into being specialized in R&B because just by default, if you, for 2 years straight, are DJing 5 hours straight, all R&B,
Right.
from the 80s to current, you're naturally gonna get better at it and get deeper in your bag. And I'm okay with that, because if I'm gonna be the R&B guy, at least I'm attached to the ONLYJAMS brand that I've built, versus just like being the guy that shows up at everybody's R&B night type of thing, you know? So I'm okay with it. I'm not necessarily trying to like avoid that title if that's something that people because like you were saying, when you specialize in something, that's where the real opportunity is. That's kind of how I was able to collab with Live Nation to do these events at the Van Buren. So
Nice.
I'm totally fine with it. But yeah, I just, if it's not R&B night, I try not to bring it up. I try to just double down on whatever the next event is. And honestly, like, I know people that only know me for like my EDM stuff, which I'm cool. What is dope too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's just my take on it.
Fire.
No, I mean, I think since you've had probably one of the longest runs with this R&B, like we've seen other promoters and other DJs, like they do it and it usually changes venue. The fact that you've been so intertwined with High Score, like that's been like your spot. Like that spot is known for Wednesdays. Like, of course, on the weekends it's popping, other days it's popping too. But on Wednesdays, people go there to go to R&B night. Like Cobra has a kind of a line. High Score's line is like almost down, like wrapped around the corner, Loki. I'm not even gassing. And it's super dope, bro. So with this next event you got coming up, which will be the 26th, so it's gonna be pretty much a week after this episode airs, because you know we air on Thursday. Who you gonna have there, bro? Who's hosting? What do you expect the vibes to be? How do you feel like you're gonna improve from the last time you did it?
I think the improvement is gonna come in just doubling down on the party side of it. I think with the first one, that was really just a rough draft to see if I could even fill that space, because my R&B night is in a room that's very intimate, 250, 300 people. Before it gets like stressful, you know?
Right.
And the Van Buren, you could fit 2,000 people in there. So I think going into that event, I was really just trying to see what would stick, having live performers and stuff like that, which I don't think I necessarily need to do at this point. I think if I just focus on throwing a great party, it's gonna be much better than the last one and going forward. As far as like the cast and crew I have for this one, Natasha Castles is going to be our host.
That's amazing.
Shout out to Natasha. And then I have Ivy, DJ Ivy from the Bay flying down to drop a set. And then I have Javen and Emway.
Let's go.
Yeah. So
and myself, of course. So.
If anybody's not familiar with some of these people, Natasha Castles has been a known personality in the city for years, and she has her own R&B series too called the Roosevelt Tape, if I'm not mistaken, where she hosts like different R&B like songs and local artists and stuff. She's amazing. Like she cares so much. Like, 'cause I ran into her at the show. And she was so excited to be there, and just our conversation was so dope, and she was looking forward to being a part of it, and then now she is. So that's amazing. And then when it comes down to DJs, I've met Ivy through you. Ivy's an amazing DJ as well. She very cultured, and she's going to bring a different type of vibe in her Cali swag out here. And then, of course, If you know Arizona DJing, you know who Javen is. Javen is, if you know DJing almost in the country, and let me not even do her dirty like that, because no, she's bigger than the city now. She's bigger than the state.
One of the best, for sure.
One of the absolute best. And then Emway, young up and coming, such a great guy. Man, he is an amazing guy, and he's an amazing DJ too. And he's been like like your protege. Is that fair to call him like your protege, low key, when it comes to R&B? Because like he pulls up and he just soaks it all in, and he's just ready to learn from everybody because he's still kind of new, but he's a beast in his own right.
I just love that he loves the music, and you can tell from the second he's on or around the DJ booth, which is, I think that's the thing that we kind of bond over, because that's how I feel about the music too. He cares about people having a good time. He's not, because we know DJs that come in, collect a check, they're going to play whatever they want to play. They don't care if nobody's dancing or paying attention at all. They're just there to, get what they get and then get out.
They only care about the bottom line. That's it.
Yeah. But Mway is not like that at all. And I've always tried to be there to help him, and I learned from him too. Like he's a very, very talented, like you said, up and coming beast.
Yeah, no, man.
So, I'm excited to have him too.
I'm excited to be there too, bro, because I went to the first one, and like I said, I got litty. Not gonna lie.
We all did.
That's just a testament to how good of a time it is, though. Because Aaron usually on business. So if you in there having fun, getting nice with it, then that's a testament to.
It was 3-4 shots later. I'm over here in the middle dancing with some older ladies and stuff like that. Like it's like just the different mix and like the different. Like it's so cool seeing how many different types of cultures and age groups and just people were just there. Like it was young, it was a little bit older, it was black, white, Mexican, it was him, her, them, they. It was everybody. Everybody was there, vibrant and just there for the love of the music.
That's how it should be.
And that's the testament to what you're doing, bro. How can they find your tickets?
You can go to livenation.com or thevanburenphoenix.com. There's also a link on my Instagram, which is at Yellawave, YELLAWAVE, like the waves in the sea. And then you can follow ONLYJAMS Party on Instagram as well.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to have you plug that again a little bit later, too. But
Got you. Yeah, absolutely.
See, man.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just Google ONLYJAMS. You'll find it.
I was just going to say, I ain't going to lie, man. I might have to pull up. That weekend is looking, it's already getting busy for me. Obviously, that's
the Friday before Memorial
Day weekend. So people are about to be partying. But I'm not going to lie, dog. I think I might have to pull up.
Yeah,
bro, we could plan a group outing. Like, I would love to be able to invite maybe like 2 people who would like watch our podcast and maybe roll with us or something like that. Meet us up there. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe we could figure something out like that. Maybe if Uncle Wave has a couple of tickets in his pockets. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Are you trying to, what you trying to do? You trying to get this man to
He read my mind.
I'm like, what you trying to do?
Hey, shoot or shoot, all right? Shoot or shoot. Okay, I'll pay for the tickets.
No, it's okay. I got you.
We'll talk about it. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. You're not looking, dog.
No worries.
But no, that's going to be a super hype weekend going down at the Van Buren. Speaking of the Van Buren, though, we're going to go ahead and get into our second cue right now. Lil Wayne, who just recently performed at the Van Buren out here in Phoenix not that long ago.
Last week?
Yeah, last week. By the time we're shooting this, so it might be a little bit, maybe like a week and a half from
May 9th.
May 9th. Thank you. Lil Wayne just had an incident. I don't know where was he for this show? Was it LA?
This was somewhere in LA. I don't know the venue, but it was in LA.
Okay, yeah. It's been making the rounds. It's been on different blog sites and hip hop sites and stuff like that. Lil Wayne actually had a show that he canceled midway.
Yeah.
Due to apparently the lack of crowd participation, and they weren't really rooting on like his opening artists and stuff like that, and he didn't feel the love, so he pretty much said, thank you guys for your time, but we're not going to be breaking our necks for you guys like this without getting no love, so we're going to just call it a night. And he dropped the mic and walked out.
So he did get on stage and like start performing.
I think they said he was performing for around 10 minutes. So about 4 or 5 songs in, he was like, you know what? This ain't it. Stopped the music. Gave a very, we're not finna be breaking our backs for y'all. We appreciate the time. We're Young Money, but we out of here.
Yeah.
Put the mic on the floor and left.
I just feel like I need to know more. Like how long did it take for him to come out?
Well,
things like that.
Reports are saying he was about an hour late.
So yeah.
Oh hell no!
See, that's
but
right.
I mean, it's a Lil Wayne show. What you expect? It's a rap show, not even just Lil Wayne. It's a rap show, dog. Have you ever been to a show that started on time?
Not a hip hop show. That's why you'll never see me at Rolling Loud. Great lineup every year, but just the organization, it's just always a mess. I will say, look, it's Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
If anybody can do that,
Facts.
it's Lil Wayne, especially when he's doing a lot of smaller shows, which are rare. Like to see him at the Van Buren doesn't even make sense.
That would be crazy. Yeah, I feel the same way.
At the Sun Stadium
I
the
feel
next
the
day.
same exact way.
But I personally think as a performer, it's your responsibility to get the crowd,
True.
hyped and get them locked in, like remind them that they're seeing a legend.
Yeah.
No, that's facts.
But then also, if you're going to be an hour late, like he should have went on stage and said, "Hey, let me give you guys your money back for wasting your time." Like,
I know, like, if you're going to, like, I get the fact that, oh, you're a hip hop artist, yada, yada, you're going to be an hour late. Fine, whatever, cool. But if you're going to do that and then you're going to cut the show, just say you wanted a night off, dog. Like, just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Chewy, can I get the hoo-ah on that one, please? I need something.
This was the final night of his tour, though.
Well, then, yeah, he was really ready just to wrap it up then. Because I think that's unfair. Like, you're going to be late and then you're going to cut it early.
So I feel two ways about this.
Okay.
So is there anything to be said about the LA crowd who potentially could be too cool for school?
absolutely.
And who might not necessarily be rocking with someone who, although global, kind of is from Louisiana and is Southern, and he was doing, I guess, more of his like older joints, I believe. So is there anything to the point that maybe they just actually weren't rocking? And y'all know as DJs, when you're DJing, if you're not getting that energy back from the crowd, it's draining.
Right, but I don't remember a time where I was like, "Man, I'm so drained. I'm gonna unplug my laptop right now."
Ain't nobody singing this Miley Cyrus, dog. I'm out of here. All right, have a good night. Like,
That's true.
Honestly, yeah, I will give you that. LA is a super tough crowd. But again, you're Lil Wayne. You're top 5 ever.
Right.
Like, tough crowd or not, what it does sound to me like is probably something that we don't know happened. That probably had to do with him being late. Right? And
Like with the venue, you think?
yeah,
Maybe he
and he's
wasn't-
also like a functioning drug addict, so he could have been like extra lit from some event.
I don't think. I mean, of course, his history. Yes, he's.
I'm
been-
not saying it in a negative way. That's part of his
Yeah,
MO. Like
I got
if
you.
if Wiz is late, he's high, right? It's
But
not
Wiz is
saying
so
that he's
high all the
bad.
time that I don't think that's gonna stop. But like,
And so is Lil
So is
Wayne.
Wayne.
I know,
too.
but I don't think that's gonna stop Wayne. Like, I don't think that's like an anomaly. Like, oh man, Wayne was just super high. He just couldn't even. Like,
Does it kind of play against him that he was playing such an intimate theater? Because again, Lil Wayne at the Van Buren, like you said, it's so crazy that it veers into the space of, this don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like we could be standing right here and he's literally right there.
Yeah.
So do you think that in that kind of a space when you're looking at such a superstar, you kind of take it for granted and it's just like, oh, he's human. He's like right there. Like, and that kind of works against him in a way?
I can see that.
I could work for him,
You think so?
dude. If all right, think about Bad Bunny right now, right? He's a stadium artist.
Yeah.
You put him in a room like that, they might rush the stage. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You would
and
think
and
so.
if you're buying a ticket to see Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
you bought the ticket, which wasn't cheap. Those tickets were starting around $100, right? You're gonna sit there and not act like Lil Wayne's right in front of you?
That's true.
Yeah. and you know what though? Like, nah, you as a performer, it is your job to get people lit. Cause you can come out, like we see it all the time. Cause remember when I used to do a lot of shows?
yeah.
So like we would see all the time, people wouldn't even know who I was, but just how I would come out and how I would interact with the crowd would get people way more turned up than, 90% of the other people who would be performing. But it was because I was genuinely like making an attempt to get the crowd hype. So it's like, I mean, if you just come out and you just expect your clout to just turn the crowd up or something like that, just might not have worked that night.
Yeah.
That's crazy if he did though.
I'm saying, well, let me ask. Ashley, what would you do if you were at like the Lil Wayne concert and he just like walked off and like you were like, if you were like screaming your head off, like, yeah, Lil Wayne, and he just like, y'all ain't lit enough and left. Like, how would you feel?
I feel like because it's Lil Wayne, I'd just be like, he's the one person that's allowed.
Yeah, yep.
Like, well,
But at least we seen him. At least I was 10 feet
Nah,
away.
man. If he did 3 or 4 songs,
So I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
But him, he'd get a pass.
I'd be more pissed because how many more times is Lil Wayne gonna go on tour, especially at like these smaller, more intimate venues
That's
like a
probably
Van
it.
Buren? Like the next time he probably could be at Footprint. What if you did like another Drake versus Lil Wayne show? That ain't no small time shit. And we gotta spend $2,000 to go sit on like a lawn at 110-degree weather to see him. Like,
I think it's different. I think the thing about him being at those, and I keep saying the Van Buren, but that's just the type of venues that he was at. If we walked into Starbucks and we just saw Jay-Z sitting there just drinking a coffee, we'd be like, wait, what? No, that's Jay-Z, right? But if we were in Starbucks and we saw 5 big black security guards wearing all black walk in, clear the way, clear a path, and then you seen Jay-Z kind of walk in,
That makes
it's
sense.
different. It's a different amount of fandom.
Yeah.
The bigger of a deal you make it. So if he's just sitting there reading the newspaper, I mean, no one reads newspapers today.
Jay-Z
but like,
probably reads the
if he's sitting there doing like a crossword
Honestly,
puzzle,
probably
look
reads
like
the
it.
newspaper every morning.
it might turn into that. But at first, people would be like, "Wait, that's not even that guy." Kind of what? But if 3 Rolls Royces pull up and then everyone gets out and security clear the way, move.
Yeah.
It's a bigger deal, and I think when you do those bigger shows, it's a bigger deal. People are losing their mind, and the fact that he's at the Van Buren, where literally if we're in the front row, we're sitting right here. He's no further than that camera. Like it's a different type of thing. Maybe I'm trying to shoot him some belt as my favorite artist, so I'm trying to see how it could happen.
Look, I think you're being as fair as you can, and you know, like that's cool. But some people paid to come and see you, bro. You never know. Like somebody might not ever get a chance to ever see you again. Yeah. And I get it, because me and you kind of talked about this earlier, RC. If they were booing him and throwing shit at him and like yelling at him or holding up their phones, telling him to do something different, that's one thing. That's an ungrateful ass crowd, and I get it if you walk off. But we seen artists deal with those type of crowds, and they just kept going. Like if you throw something at Tyler, he might just jump into the crowd and like punch you in the neck.
Probably.
You know, and then get back on stage and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like you, as an artist that's experienced and he's been there before, if they're not screaming for some still like up and coming artists that they don't know about, or artists that have been kind of featured on smaller things, you got to have to kind of cut up some slack. And then once you start dropping some bangers, then you get into it. But if not, hey man, just finish up your show. It's the last one of the tour. You're in LA. You know what I'm saying? I think that's fair. But if they're not booing you or anything like that, you an hour late and you mad because they're not going crazy, like, yeah, they probably pissed off.
You know what this reminds me of is when Drake got booed off stage at Tyler's festival. It was very similar. It was like he was getting booed just by the people in front, but he was standing in front of 50,000 people, and I was one of them that was going crazy. We were.
Oh, you were there? Them. You were.
I was there. Yeah, wow. I have videos there.
Damn.
That was one of the best weekends ever.
Nice.
Loved the show. He performed like 5 songs, and after like every song, he would ask like, "Do you guys want me to keep going?"
I did hear that. Yeah.
And then he just, I think, was tired of hearing the boos, and instead of being like, you know what, I'm Drake, I have more #1 hits than anybody. Like, I'm just gonna be like, all right, well, my name is Drake. Have a good night, and just walked off stage. It's like, dude,
how you gonna listen to 10 people just because you're salty that some?
All right, it wasn't 10. Remember, this is a group of 50,000.
No, but
so
we're
talking
like,
numbers.
But how many people were like were literally booing him? Though?
There were a couple thousand. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And the people
they wanted Frank Ocean.
I was gonna say the people in the front row probably first of all camped out and waited, and they got to the front row expecting something else. So
For sure.
That's probably what he was hearing was from that first wave of like people with a certain expectation.
So do you think maybe that's what this was it was misrepresented expectations or something in some way, to where like they expected something more of this show? Because obviously, like you said, that's a good point. They bought the tickets. Right. So to me, that's like, if I bought tickets to a Lil Wayne show, of all things, like, yeah, I wait an hour, but like, it's Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be tripping off an hour of waiting for Wayne, because this may be one of the only times in your life you see Lil Wayne at, you know, especially like you said, in a more intimate group. I don't know. It just seems weird to me, because I'm like, what? Or was it Wayne's expectations? Was the crowd being like average and he expected him to be psycho? Or like, I don't know. It seems like there's a miss.
For it to be LA too, honestly, I feel like if you live in LA, any concert you go to, one thing you're gonna expect is that they're gonna bring out a bunch of other people, because everybody lives in LA.
Yeah.
So they could have bought the ticket and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get half of Young Money, you know, tonight or whatever.
Yeah, Nicki and Tiger.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that could be it too, which goes back to your point.
Also, though, if you live in LA, I notice that doesn't happen all the time everywhere, but you probably see more quote unquote famous people just on average. Yeah. So you're not as starstruck as when Lil Wayne does a show in, I don't know, Ohio, where there aren't as many big stars that come through. For sure. So you're just unfazed. So the level of excitement is just not going to be there.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying I would have been pissed. And this all kind of doubles back into like these latest like artist interactions at like live shows, like whether it be a Frank Ocean or this, is like is making it really hard for me to want to spend money to go see any of these guys and or women live.
So are you gonna sell your Beyonce ticket?
You damn right I'm not. I'm going. All right, Beehive.
I was gonna say.
Actually, I'm not really. Beyonce cool. I'm not really the biggest.
You
Beyonce.
better slow down.
Go ahead and get canceled. What you saying now?
Beyonce's in a don't.
Don't
What
do
you
it.
saying?
Hey,
No,
don't
no,
do
get
it
up.
to your podcast.
Hey, Chewy, we got the glass. Where's that?
Don't do it to
What
your
you saying
podcast.
now?
Don't do it. They will.
I mean,
they will find
if
you.
we're gonna get some anger clicks.
They will find.
What are you saying?
I'm
You
saying
seen
"Cuff
Storm.
It" is a great song. All right,
Okay,
you know,
okay. We got him.
I'll break the glass, damn it. I'm a man. All right, thank you, Chewy.
In
Nah,
4K.
man, look, I like Beyonce. She is an icon for a reason, all this and that, but is she my favorite,
What, bro?
like
What?
vocalist? Nah.
She's not just a vocalist. She's Beyonce.
Okay, no, yeah, she's Beyonce, but there's a lot of hype. A lot of
Whoa.
Little bit.
Okay, now you're going too far.
Little bit.
The whole package though, with vocals, performance, dance, presentation,
One of the
and
best.
everything.
One of the best.
The best. What do you
not-
mean one
She's
of
the best.
the best?
I'm saying one of the best of all time, but she's not the best.
The
of all
best.
time. She's the best of all
Complete
time.
artist.
I
Complete
hate to
artist,
say it, and I
though.
love
She's
Michael
the
Jackson.
You're out of your
And I
mind
love
if you
Michael
think that
Jackson, yo.
Beyonce's better than Michael
And I love
Jackson
Michael
at
Jackson.
music and performing.
Dude.
Aaron,
Michael
it's a
had
different
women
type of
die
time.
at
It's a
festivals.
different type
They
of time.
died there.
Okay, now you're going too far.
Okay,
now you're reading
passed
into
out.
now you're reading into the
Technically,
proper
they passed
that
out.
makes Travis Scott better than all of them.
Because he
Right.
has
I was gonna say, have you
He
ever
has-
been to
he
a
has the
festival?
highest body count.
Jeez, now that's
Damn,
dark.
now we
I'm
really
just
out the
saying.
window.
Come on.
Just saying.
Okay.
But what
You
I'm
can call it
saying
care
is
package right now.
the total package. See, now you about to get me out the window.
Yeah, hey, hit the
God
glass
damn
again,
it.
Chewy. Man, we all flying today.
No, I can't
Nah,
do this.
say
I
it.
can't do this.
All
I
right,
can't
see,
do
I
this.
said
I
it.
can't
Man
do this.
up.
Dude.
Say it.
Bro.
Cue up.
I've said right
Her resume bodies anybody.
Say it.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm being clear.
Uh-huh.
You should never compare anybody to anybody.
But
But are you? You lead me down this path.
come on. Fly with me. I'm in the sky, baby.
I'll tell you, I'll just be straight
No,
up.
hold on, Artie. Hold on. Don't
the-
finish enough.
all right.
Don't
When
come
we're
on.
thinking about the total package, vocals and everything, Rihanna's halftime show was amazing,
Okay.
but I think Beyonce probably, and if we're gonna compare apples to apples,
That's not that far
What
of
is
a
not
dive.
apples
What
to
is it?
apples?
Hey, can we like reverse the window
Beyonce
down?
and
I'm
Rihanna
just saying,
comparison
right,
is
well, I'm
comparing
just saying-
an
I'm just
apple
saying-
to a grape, bro.
well, you saying
Come on.
one of the best. I'm saying she's the best. Who else are you putting
Michael
in this
Jackson is the king
of
Okay,
of
then
live
she's the queen.
performances.
Then
the
she's
king,
the
but
queen.
holding you as a prisoner of the
He's
moment.
the king of one throne, though. Beyonce could be the princess, but
You
The
talking
princess,
about
so
and
who's the
also,
queen?
and also, if I got to be honest about it too, I honestly prefer Rihanna's music, like musically, more than Beyonce. I think Rihanna has more bangers. Ashley agrees with me.
What are you talking
I don't.
Thank
I
you.
can't. I don't feel that
Hey.
at all.
What are you
I don't feel that
talking
at all.
Aaron, you know what? I guess I'm already out the window too. Because to be honest,
Yeah. Come on.
I'm be completely honest. I'm gonna be completely
How
honest.
honest are you going
Come
to be?
on, say it.
How
I have
honest?
never in my life once got excited a Beyonce song was coming out.
The delayed reaction.
guys
But,
are ridiculous.
but don't get me
Y'all
wrong.
bugging.
I've heard songs
Y'all
and been
bugging.
pleasantly surprised.
Y'all bugging. Though.
But
Y'all
I'm
bugging
going
for
I'm
sure.
going Rihanna for me
What?
personally.
That's three.
Over
That's
What
three.
are you
Rihanna
talking
over
about,
That's
bro? This
three.
is giving me a headache.
yeah,
Give me a
what?
headache.
But
Y'all are-
Fendi.
y'all
you're
are
right. You're
insane.
right. Beyonce has more tools in her bag.
Yeah,
Don't get me
she
wrong.
had better
But I
dancing.
just like Rihanna's voice. I like Rihanna's sound. I like Rihanna's vibe.
Are you telling me
Cool.
that Rihanna vocally is better than Beyonce?
No,
vocally?
no.
We
No,
aren't.
Aaron, hold on.
No
hold on.
one would say
you
that.
answer the question.
Yeah.
Vocally, like as in just straight up
Yes,
vocal
bro.
Now,
talent.
do you even got to think
No,
about
bro.
it?
No,
dog?
no. All right, and straight up vocal talent, Beyonce has better vocal talent.
Right.
When it comes to actually like making
What the fuck
songs
is
that
No,
are like.
let's be clear.
No, I'm saying like just like if we're just
Be
talking about
clear.
just apples to apples.
No, stop saying. Leave fruit out of this. Let's be super clear about everything you're saying.
All right.
I think all of us would agree. We would much rather hang out with Rihanna. She's more relatable.
I wouldn't.
Way more relatable. Way more relatable. She's a more likable,
She's a more
lovable
likable
artist.
billionaire.
I give that to her.
Yeah.
But we're comparing her to the No one has more Grammys than her in existence
One
at
of
this
the
That
point.
don't mean
entertainers
nothing
of
though.
our-
And
It
they're
does,
all
it does.
deserving.
That
All
does.
deserving.
Okay, it is, but if I was in a car,
And
if I was in a
that's considering
car
she's
and
been
you tell me,
snubbed.
Aaron, you can either have all of Rihanna songs to listen to for 6 hours or all the Beyonce songs to listen to for 6 hours, I'm taking Rihanna.
You're
songs.
because there's only 6 hours of music to listen to.
Exactly.
I don't care if freaking Beyonce
Beyonce
had
would take
6,000
4
hours of
days.
music to
Bro, it
listen
would
to.
take
I would
4
still pick
days.
Rihanna.
You're bugging.
Bro.
What are you talking about, man?
You like work
Rihanna-
that much?
Take my confidence, let my
Rihanna
persuasion.
has-
Oh, you know, banger. Hold up,
Rihanna
up.
has Anti.
Never don't fall out. Banger.
Beyonce has 12 albums just as hot.
And I ain't heard a Sex With Me on it. I ain't heard a Rude Boy on it.
Bro, what? Are
I
you
heard a Man
talking
Down.
about? Oh my god,
I ain't heard a Work.
Road boys.
Dog.
it's crazy.
I ain't heard a Oh Nine. I ain't heard it.
Yeah, you have.
Yes.
I mean, Cuff It, good. I mean, what? 7-Eleven, not bad. Not
Okay,
bad.
you're only in the last 2 years.
Who
Keep
runs the
going.
world?
What you trying to say about that movement that she
The
was,
movement is beautiful, and I'm not
Okay.
knocking the movement. So you stop.
And that
right
was the
there,
anthem
Cal.
to
I
it?
feel a
You
little
stop.
zesty having this
Yeah,
conversation.
But I'm just saying, I know, right? Hey, man, look, we
I
love
don't.
music. I'm
I
confident.
feel
in a
in
not a
disrespectful.
bad way. Not a
I feel
bad
like
way.
you're talking
You
about a
feel
dear
disrespected?
friend.
I
of
don't
mine.
mind leaning into
Yeah,
my
I
I know,
zesty.
what car did Beyonce buy you? Are you
Just
gonna have
great
dinner with
music?
Jay-Z?
She definitely not gonna buy you a car after this.
That's fine, because I'm gonna go hang out with ASAP. All right, they got a kid named.
You would
RZA.
rather
Go
hang out with
ahead.
ASAP than Jay-Z?
Exactly. That's all.
Oh yeah,
Get
well, okay,
outta
that's,
here,
You're
that's
done.
crazy.
You're done. You're dismissed.
That's
wrong
adding
with
more
you?
variables.
Skedaddle.
We wasn't talking about
wrong
that.
with you?
Yeah, you're done.
I didn't say that for sure. But ASAP would be
lost.
cool though.
Yeah, I know.
ASAP would be cool. Probably go get like just like a Jamaican beef patty or something like that. You know, he probably knows the bodega as well.
No, he gonna be mushing people to get over the gate.
Even better. I'll help.
Yeah,
him.
nah.
I feel
I'm like,
like
Rocky, come on. I boost him up.
I feel like ASAP
boost
Rocky
him.
would be very so like I feel like I could somewhat predict how a day with Jay-Z would go. I have no clue what would happen if you hung out with ASAP.
What are you talking about?
Like I feel like I could
Welcome to the
understand
show.
like
what is predictable about hanging out with Jay-Z?
I just feel like it would we go do like some
Some
classy,
presidential
like,
stuff.
crazy
Right, literally.
You're gonna
president.
ASAP Rocky
Presidential.
get some
Be like-
fancy water tasting.
I'd
with
be like
Jay-Z.
beating up somebody at like a bodega, and then like ASAP Rocky puts a chain on my neck and drags me out, and he's like, "Good job, man,"
Hell no.
and then like throw me in the back of the trunk, drop me off. I don't know, bro. I feel
That's
like it'd be
wild.
some crazy shit, dog.
That's crazy.
See, man,
Nah,
Artie gets
man.
it. See, Artie gets it.
No.
Love to both of those artists. Two very accomplished
Yeah.
billionaires in their own right.
Yeah.
Hold on though.
Oh gosh.
Beyonce's a billionaire because of her music. Rihanna's a billionaire because of her makeup. brand.
Hey, whoa.
So what are we
whoa.
talking about?
Rihanna
That's a
hasn't
great
dropped an album in like how long? Let me check. Like 5,
Yeah,
6 years.
that's proven up.
And in the
Yeah, 'cause that's 'cause
process-
she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to. She
What?
ain't got to.
She doesn't have to. So she never drops another record again. You still stand by what you're saying?
You saw what she did at the Super Bowl.
I did, and I couldn't wait to watch the game.
Wow.
Oh God, though, nah, he
Couldn't wait.
Hey,
come
she
on.
turned up being pregnant. You put some respect
It wasn't
on
turned up
Riri's
though.
name.
It was a good performance. It wasn't turned up.
Okay, see, but Beyonce needed Bruno Mars to spice her
She
shit
didn't
up.
need anything.
I don't
She
know.
doesn't need anything.
No,
I don't know. She
Anybody.
needed U2 and Bruno Mars to make her shit fire.
Bro,
You know
what?
how much money she's making on this tour?
They're making more money than all of us. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
This is the high. This
She can buy this podcast.
This is reportedly the highest grossing tour ever, already just on ticket sales alone. We're not talking about merch, nothing else, just ticket sales alone for this
Levels, bro.
Beyonce
It's levels.
Renaissance tour.
Well, how
tour.
many tickets did you buy?
It's levels, bro.
you like-
I got a couple.
All right, man. Look, we love both ladies. You love both artists, even though Rihanna has a better discography.
that's the main thing.
Let's go ahead and get into hot cues.
What?
Can I get into hot cues?
Go ahead, dog.
Thank you.
I was gonna say no, Aaron.
just
I'm about
said
to
she has
make
a better
They're gonna have to spit a
discography?
whole B verse right now. the way
You're
they acting.
bugging.
You're bugging,
I need
bro.
y'all to-
Anything for clicks, baby. We got sponsors.
Yeah, I
coming
know.
up, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We
All
need
right,
it.
as
You know
long
what
as
I'm
we-
saying? You know
we're
what I'm saying?
clear,
Ashley?
it's
You know what I'm saying?
about
Chewy, you know what I'm saying? Wait, Chewy, wait, real quick. Who you got? Rihanna or Beyonce?
Beyonce?
Oh,
You
So
sounded
since-
unsure about that.
don't try to just fit in, Chewy. Stand out.
I mean, I like Beyonce.
He's not
Why
gonna
out the
just
window?
say
That's what
something
you
wild.
doing this to
Just say
stand
it.
out?
Name a Beyonce song that you love.
Single ladies?
What?
Great song, tough tune, platinum
Great
record.
song. Most iconic video.
Yeah, what you? Yeah.
All right, man.
This is like you trying to do this with stand up. This is like when you held on to having an Android forever and didn't want to switch to iPhone. That's what you're doing
Wow,
right now.
that's actually exactly what this is like.
That's what you're doing right now.
I
Talking
remember
about
because
stand up.
you literally were like, "Well, I don't need to be like everybody else."
Okay, now that's different. All right, I honestly do like
It's
Rihanna's
making
music.
sense now.
No, No. See,
We got you.
look, when I don't even want to say that because I always say that as a joke.
What?
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it, man. Come on. We already out
I was
the
gonna
window.
say I felt like I caused a lot of bad juju once I got an iPhone because as soon as I got it, like COVID happened. Like the world.
Oh,
ended
you
as soon as
caused
I got
COVID
it.
You caused
personally.
COVID.
That's what I'm saying. It was a
And I would like to
joke.
point out to our listeners, look at how long it took him to get an iPhone. COVID was in 2020. You was a grown man.
Okay, and I finally got one because I was tired of people saying that it looks like I was recording off of like a fucking 1998 VHS camcorder. Like literally, like the Android technically does have the
you were
better
bullied.
camera, but it
You
looked
were
like
bullied.
bullshit.
You were bullied.
I was bullied. I'll be texting girls and be like, ew, green bubble, never talk to him ever again.
Yeah, you look like a scammer.
That's why I had to hit him up on IG. I'm scammer.
Green
Oh,
bubbles
my
pop up.
gosh.
are you talking
I used to be
about?
a green bubble guy too, Aaron. It's all good.
Ashley did it like back in the day. I know you're happily taken out.
iPhone's
but,
so dirty for that, bro.
But if you ever talked to somebody and you saw like they had like a green bubble pop up, but they had like an automatic like just disqualified.
Oh
Red
my
flag. It's
gosh.
a red flag.
iPhone.
You trying to scam me or something? I don't know
actually-
what's happening here.
That's racist.
iPhone.
You said that was
is
racist?
So it's like
Yeah, if
a
we're
form
talking
of it.
colors, like that's
Prejudice.
colorism for sure.
That's racist against green bubble
It's
people.
No,
prejudice.
it actually is. That's real.
It's a real prejudice.
How do we get from
Hey,
Dude,
this?
it's real.
Can't afford an iPhone though.
That's what they think.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think. Although these new Galaxies are like
They cost the same price.
the size of bro. The one I just saw one that like you can look at the moon like 1,000 times zoomed in. Like technology wise, they're far better.
Yeah,
They still
yeah.
doing gimmicks though, dog. I
Oh.
saw Drewski take a selfie with 5 people with the phone propped up on a table. Like that's a gimmick. They still doing gimmicks to cell phones.
No, it's
But-
usually Samsungs have better phones. It's just not sexier
It's
than an
the-
iPhone.
It's exactly.
If they had the blue text
the
bubble-
technology is better.
The,
to that
the
point,
hardware is better. The iPhone software is like
It's more user
integrated
friendly.
into
More
everything.
user friendly. Yeah.
to the point of you said it was racist if we talking about colors or
The
whatever.
green bubble.
Oh God.
No,
Just like
no.
The social, this like weird social experiment we're on. Yeah.
So there's actually a
It's programmed
lawsuit
itself.
going on right now with DoorDash. DoorDash, if you have the same exact order at the same exact time to the same exact place, and you order on an iPhone and you order on an Android, they charge the iPhone more.
that's
They
crazy.
charge. They
Wow.
literally. I'll send y'all the link. There's a lawsuit going on right now.
How much more?
That it's like $1 or so. Like they did identical orders for like several different places at the same exact time with the same exact order going to the same exact address. They did it at the same time, and the iPhone was about $1 or so more.
I feel like
Those
ever since I got an
Crazy.
iPhone, my life just kept getting better and better.
So I'll pay the $1.50.
Wait, so how long did it take for you to?
It took me about the same amount of
Yeah,
time, dog.
yeah, y'all want to get on
Yeah.
my head? Chewy, hit the horn, Chewy. That's some bullshit. Y'all want to get on my head?
I was staying quiet because you should have seen my face. I was like,
Yeah, man. All right, we were all
I'm just
Android.
saying, it took you
Yeah.
too long. You was
Droid.
hanging on for nothing.
Droid.
I can't remember what the moment was that it was like, you know what it was? I had just made a video of myself, like a selfie or something.
Yeah.
And then like I posted my selfie and then like I was clicking through stories. I looked at my own selfie and then the next person's over was like 3 times
Damn.
better quality than mine. And I was like, I'm sick of this shit.
I just hated how many people were like so happy for me once I got an iPhone. Like if
Like,
if I stole it. Or
I
some
definitely
shit.
gave you a hug.
I know, like, welcome, man. We can finally be friends. You know what I'm saying? Girls I didn't talk to in like 6 years hit me up like, hey,
This is really you.
you're alive. Like,
I thought you were gonna be like that
Yeah, you looking like a scammer with the green.
you're not a
with the
bum
green
now.
bubble out.
You can take
there.
me to Olive Garden.
I feel like the
some
green
fucking
the
bullshit.
green bubble thing to me is kind of crazy though, because it's like
That's
that
smart
shit's
though. No, that's
so
smart. Because
disrespectful,
that
like,
makes you feel like a social outcast. If all your friends have iPhones and you have an Android. That
And
makes
you
you
want
feel
that?
No, I'm telling you, you don't want that. No.
Right.
Unless
Oh,
it-
you're saying it's
booger
smart.
green.
yeah,
for you.
it's peer pressure.
I see.
It's like the color too, because if they would have made it gray, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right.
But like booger green,
They did that on purpose for
ooze
sure.
green,
Nickelodeon slime green,
slime
bro.
green.
All right,
time.
come on, man. We gotta keep it going, man. All right,
Get us
didn't
iPhone
even talk
and
about
Samsung,
John
they're
Morant.
not sponsoring us. All right, it's hot cues time, baby.
Let's do
It
it.
is hot cues. This is a part of the show where we get to run down a lot of different news breaks rapidly, for what we call rapidly, at least 2-3 minutes per subject, and then we keep moving. All right, but sometimes we're gonna get off on the tangent just like this, especially with a very handsome, young, opinionated guest such as Yellawave. I'm sure we're gonna get off on a tangent.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. First one, Jamie Foxx, aka Fox Watch, Part 3. I had to get my own sound effect. I don't think Chewy had that one queued up. Yeah, so real quick, we did an update. We've been talking about Jamie Foxx within like the last maybe month or so because his health has been fluctuating between not good and then for a minute that people thought Jamie wasn't going to be with us for a while. It comes out now that his daughter actually posted that no, her dad is actually fine. He's been at the hospital and he's playing pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
So all these news outlets, and some of them were very credible outlets, not just a bunch of Twitter, Reddit bullshit, but it was actually like credible news outlets saying that Jamie Foxx was not looking good and his friends and family were preparing for him to pass away. All that seems to be a bunch of boo-boo. And he's actually doing fine. And I think he just got signed to do a deal for like a show coming up or like a movie coming out like 2024 or something like that to start filming. Or?
Man,
I don't know. I just seen a preview. It's like an animated thing where I think it's called Strays. That's coming out.
Well, yeah, that's the movie, yeah, but there's something else he just signed off on. Too.
Oh, nice.
So he's still wheeling and dealing. He's still fine. Guys, what do y'all think about this crazy-ass media update? Go ahead, Artie.
You know what? My biggest thing about this is like, look at the underlying situation of the fact of how bullshit the media can really be.
Yeah.
And people was
That's
just
true.
falling into it. And then people act like from that point, now it's like, oh, well, it was just, they act like it never happened. Like, no. Y'all, the media really just bullshit everybody. And it wasn't like one outlet. It was like all of them seriously bullshitted everybody. And then people would just forget about that shit. Like, it drives me crazy. The reason why they were saying that he like had a stroke and his family are getting his last wishes together type shit. Like they were really
They was running with it.
Well, what
for sure.
actually happened to him? Did he have a seizure or something? Like what
It
actually
was some
did
type of
happen?
medical incident.
He had a medical incident and he was stayed overnight at the hospital. Apparently, that's all it was.
They said he was in there for like 3 weeks or some crazy shit. Like
the dude is in his 50s and went to the hospital and they just blew it completely out of
Well,
proportion.
why did it take 3 weeks for him to just say something then? If
That's
he
what
wasn't
I'm
a-
saying. Like,
you're
why
right.
would
It
he
had
not?
to be serious, right?
You're right. They could be downplaying it. There could be two things going on.
To
The
control
family's
the
trying to
narrative,
downplay
you
it,
know?
and the media was trying to upplay it, and
Okay.
it's probably somewhere in the middle. But I mean, for them to be trying to get the problem is what they're saying and doing to get clicks.
Yeah.
Like y'all trying to rile us into giving Jamie our best wishes and possibly condolences, all for y'all to get clicks to your news site or your blog story.
right.
It's bullshit.
It's sick.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
But I mean, I think Jamie could have kind of took control of the situation more and been like, hey guys, like besides him just saying feeling blessed
But
on IG, like you could have said, hey, I'm actually home. You know, I'm actually, doing a lot better now, and thank you for all your prayers and concerns.
Honest journalism.
Maybe they thought they were being honest.
No, I
though.
get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is really people like who watch this, whoever's watching, like really be hyper skeptical now. Like, cause I see stuff all the time where people take shit, run with it. I know we've almost had this conversation like 3 times about like similar circumstance, but to me it's crazy every time that like people just take shit, run with it, think about like it's so weird because if they were in a relationship with the media, they would break up with this person. Oh, you lied to me. Well, yeah, I lied to you, and then I lied to you again, and lied to you again, and like you would no longer believe anything a singular person said. But why do you keep taking these media outlets? Why do people keep? I don't know. It's just mind blowing to me. Maybe people just really don't think enough.
Well, I think every now and then there happens to be a miscommunication between the actual situation and what the media is reporting. I think now in this day and age with technology and all the different manpowers that like the TMZ has and all those guys have, they're usually correct about what they're reporting. So when something like this happens, I think RC was right about 2 things can both be true. Like maybe Jamie Foxx might be trying to cover it up. It's finger pointing. Like maybe it wasn't quite as bad as what they said, but it was also that bad that he was still in the hospital for a little bit, but nobody really knew, especially since Jamie never fully came out and nixed it. Like we had to wait until his daughter came out and said something, and then that was like, all right, cool, he's actually okay. But the TMZ or any type of serious news site, they wouldn't jeopardize their credibility on some fake witch hunt. They
would.
Yeah, they do.
We've seen it all the time. What you mean?
We're making the mistake of assuming that the media is in a position that we're not also in. They're the public too. They don't. There's nobody in that actually knows Jamie Foxx that. Oh, all right, he's getting released from the hospital, great, and then go call somebody. Most of the time, they're getting their reporting from looking up hospital records and stuff like that. That is all public knowledge to us, and they want us to believe that they have the inside scoop. So really, they don't owe us any level of truth, because what are they paid to do?
Yeah, but them getting that story first and being like, that's how they get their clicks and their views, and that's what adds to their bottom line. So that's why they usually have people on the inside that are hunting and spying this shit to make sure that they're as accurate as they can be. Yeah. Because when this happens, then they get made to look bad, and people say, that's why I don't trust the media. All right, they're all a bunch of liars. Okay, I don't believe them.
Hey, listen, if that's what I gotta sound like, I don't trust the goddamn media. I'm telling you right now.
You don't have to.
Guy.
So
you don't have to.
I guess long story short, we're happy that Jamie Foxx is actually healthy and still making money. So
Legend.
There we go. Just disregard everything.
Go
we
watch
said on last
Django
episode.
tonight, and we're just.
Yes.
What's your favorite Jamie Foxx movie? I'm gonna ask you.
Django?
Same. Django's my favorite movie
Dude,
of all
like
classic.
time.
It's just so important. Like, people dragged him for even taking that movie, and it's like, name another movie about slavery where the slave gets revenge on all these white people for 3 hours, and it ends up being a love story. And he's a hero. He's a front man.
But it also does good for, like, it's not like an anti-white movie, because
It's
the person
accurate.
who helped him the most was a white person.
But he
yeah.
was German.
Yeah.
Germans ain't
Either
white.
What does that have
way.
to do with what?
That's
Either
like
way.
exotic white. Ashley, what's your favorite? What's your favorite Jamie Foxx movie? Oh,
Huge movie watcher.
okay.
That's a good cop out.
That's fair.
Okay.
No, I'm playing.
All right, okay. Have you seen Django? No. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why. You should watch it.
It's all good. It's all good.
You're out.
Leave. No. See, Zach, we're getting a chance to know you. It's good. It's
all
good.
good. It's all
All right. Hot cue number 2. Let's keep it moving. The Suns are fired head coach Monty Williams after 4 years. 2 years in a row though. Even though last year the Suns had the #1 overall record in the entire NBA.
And he was coach of the year 2 years ago.
He was coach of the year
Kinda
at one
weird.
point. Took us to the finals. He had tied for the best record in like that 4-year span between us and the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Both went 109 and 55, 109 wins, 55 losses.
They have the
fight-
same exact record?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But they got a championship along with
They got a
us.
ring.
Yeah.
And we only got 2 games in the finals. So yeah, the Bucks fired their coach. Suns fired our coach from a guy who lives in Phoenix. But if you cut him open, you're gonna see purple and gold.
Yeah, you will.
Purple and
You might see a couple other things too,
Yellow. What do you think about?
but I don't think he deserved to be fired. That's just as an outside looking in. I think he has been. I think he has changed the culture of Phoenix Suns basketball. At least in that span of time post like Nash and Stoudemire, like that era, when that era kind of died out, we were in this like weird limbo in Phoenix. So I don't think, like, not to say that he hasn't made, some, questionable decisions or anything. I think what this comes out to is they have a new owner and he's on a power trip and he's like, I have a bunch of money. I could do whatever I want and I'm going to clean house. I think what he should have did is just got rid of Chris Paul and got rid of Ayton last year. Should have kept Bridges and save that cap space to go draft another star so they have, put another piece together. I think what he's doing right now is going to hopefully not. I'm not wishing bad on you guys, but
oh, you're not.
I'm not. Okay. No, listen. Like, you just got Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah.
The last thing you need to do is make an unstable situation for a new star that you just brought in on a giant contract. Now he has to play under a new coach. He's already going to lose a few players when they end up trading out. You don't know who they're going to get, and you don't know if it's going to work because your team literally is just starting to figure it out toward the tail end of the season.
But I think this is the time to do it since KD didn't have a full season with us last year. Now we get a full season.
Who's
of
going to be the
Durant.
better option, though?
I would want Mike Budenholzer. I want Bud.
You think we would do a coach, not coach
Or
swap?
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, because they're saying that the Milwaukee Bucks are really looking at Monty for their coaching position.
That'd be
And
Could you imagine meeting in the finals like with
That's
swap coaches?
telltale.
Coach swap, that would be crazy.
Look, man, I'm just gonna say this real quick. I love Monty, and I met him before. He's a really, really nice guy.
Solid.
Very, very humble, very family man, very religious man. I think he brought a lot of positivity to the Suns organization, and he made us good again. It was some dark days. It was some shit.
10-year drought.
Oh my God!
I was gonna say probably the best head coach the Suns have seen since D'Antoni.
Absolutely,
I
yeah,
agree, 100%.
We had Igor Kokoshkov. We had Earl Watson.
We had Earl.
We had
Fucking Earl Watson.
We had Leslie.
Oh my God.
What was his name?
Leslie.
I might be wrong. I might be off on the
I think
name.
it was
I don't know,
Lindsey-
man. We had a
Lindsey
bunch of
Jones, no?
who?
Lindsey Jones?
Lindsey, that's what I'm thinking
Okay.
of.
I forgot who the hell
Yeah.
Lindsey Jones
I think he was a dude out
was.
after Alvin Gentry left.
Yep. We had
Yeah, it was some dark
some dark
days
days,
for the
bro.
Sun, man. Like tickets were literally $5. Like they paid you to go to the game. Like I walked past the arena, they're like, "Sir, we'll give you $10. Go sit courtside."
Yeah. One time I bumped into Bledsoe at a bar, and he was like, "Hey man, we need you to show up to the game."
We need you to suit up.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna give you a ride to the game.
Remember,
Hey, I need a
remember
ride
that era though when we had 4-5 point guards on the team.
Artie, you're actually bigger than Tyler Eulis, so you could have played, and you're bigger than Isaiah Thomas too.
Oh
but-
shit!
Yeah, so
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
tell him. Let's get it. Let's
okay,
get
not
the
anymore.
paperwork going.
All right, so- and not anymore. Right? See, we're actually good.
I will say, I don't think he deserved to be fired. I do think the team obviously has to go in a new direction. You get blown out like that in 2 elimination games.
At home,
It's tough in front of the home crowd. Like, so I get it. And was that his fault?
It's not.
I think a
all
part of
his
it was
fault.
his fault.
What part? Oh,
I think the lack of adjustments, like when we played against the Clippers, Tyronn Lue literally threw every defense and every attacking formation known to man, and he maximized the most he got out of his team, missing their 2 best players. Like he made that series somewhat competitive with Russell Westbrook and a bunch of like role guys.
Do you
know what I'm
think
saying?
they genuinely just got to a place where they were outplayed by a team that was just better?
We were outplayed, but the fact that we went on the Nuggets went on an 18-0 run in Game 6, and we didn't call any timeouts to stop it.
But if the team is better, I think a part of that comes down to coaching too. So he bears some if they got outplayed by a team that was better, which I do agree partially is what happened. I think a part of that comes down to like player to position, all the way up to coach versus coach.
I think what I noticed was there's a old classic coach move is when people are fucking up, you look at the bench and you say, who want to play right now?
Yeah.
Who wants to fucking play right now? For
Yeah.
real.
You
Like,
can't
who-
do
get 'em,
that
coach.
in the NBA though. Their contracts are literally based on like when you get a contract, you are in the contract. It's written in an amount of time that you're supposed to see the floor. So they can't just go to the end of the bench and be like,
What?
It's on you. It's on you, man."
I need a fact check.
No,
that, man.
Look at
Yellawave.
it.
No,
That-
what is that?
I think- I get
that is
what
a
he-
real
I get what he-
thing.
It's
I get
like
what
a
he's saying.
prepaid
That is a
cell
real
phone. Like I'm running
thing.
out of minutes. Like I can
get
only
what
play
he's saying.
4
No,
more
that's a
minutes.
part of their
Suggestions,
contract, though. That's how they fit. All right, look it up.
To his point, if you have a max player who is playing very shitty, even though the lower salary guy
Right.
may go in and get more, do more for the team.
The max
From
player is
an
paid to be on
investment
the floor.
standpoint, y'all put all this money behind this number 1 draft pick who we paid $140 million to.
And
You
if
have
he-
to see
right.
some type of return.
Well,
so
shit.
when
And
that
if he's
breaks
not
down
on the
to
court,
minutes,
then you're
I
going
see what he's
headhunting
saying.
at the coach, right?
Yeah. I see what he's
But we've
saying.
seen that before too. Because if you win, then everybody shuts the fuck up. It's like as long as you win. Freaking the Knicks, they had a couple of starters. Like Derrick Rose never even played on that team like this whole entire year,
But
and he's
did
still
that
pretty
work,
good.
though? When did that work for the Knicks?
I mean,
The Knicks are like-
when Rose is playing, Rose can still hoop a little bit. You know, he did drop 50 not that long ago. So all I'm saying is Monty's a great coach and he did a lot for the team, but I think his lack of adjustments and the fact that him and DA just couldn't get on the same page, unfortunately, in that situation, the coach goes first.
There's a lot of good coaches out there right now, though. There's
Absolutely.
a lot of really good coaches available.
There's
so.
a rumor that Chris Paul might be our head coach. What the hell is going on?
Yo, that's funny because my jumping out the window was gonna be, yo, Chris Paul, just get into coaching. Like,
What about
I know
Nash?
you're ring chasing.
Nash was a coach.
Nah.
I think Nash is more qualified than Chris Paul.
You think Nash was to try it again with Kevin Durant, or Kevin Durant to try it again with Nash? No, I think either Ty Lue or Budenholzer or me. Those are the 3 head coaches.
Well, Ty Lue managed a bunch of stars, and how did that work out for him? He didn't come out with a ring.
He got a ring. Okay, no,
I
the
think-
Clippers were hurt. That's a terrible situation.
I think
So were the Suns.
Is Doc Rivers gonna be available soon?
I
after
don't
how they
want
went
Doc.
out?
Doc has
Doc
lost
is a great
7
coach.
game 7s in a row.
He's a great coach.
I mean,
You take him, and we'll take him since you're a big Lakers fan.
I like him.
yeah,
I
We
know.
also have
Well,
LeBron.
I
We
like-
also have a LeBron, so you can't compare us.
Y'all gonna beat the Nuggets.
All right.
Actually, I have to ask you since you're here. Are you a big sports person?
Not basketball, I'm not huge on. But I will say, I thought Monty Williams was good, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a cutthroat industry. They get paid fat money.
Yeah.
And he was too
Facts.
soft too. Like Monty, get mad, bro.
Yeah.
Throw a fucking chair or something. Like too many times, this would be his face on the sideline. Just
If that's a little more expressive than what he would be on.
He would
Like-
be like this.
He got them arms.
Jokic
folded
just scoring 15 points in a row, and Monty just like. Did you forget you're at a basketball game?
Well, what is he gonna do? Get in the game and guard?
If you see your best player, Devin Booker, literally getting punched
You know what?
in
I
the
got
ribs,
this.
Devin's getting punched,
That's funny.
Landry's getting yanked by the neck, and Monty didn't get one technical, like
Well-
Eric Spoelstra would have freaking blew a gasket. You know what I'm saying? Doc Rivers would have gave them an earful. Nick Nurse would have went to
I
credit. Like
think-
good coaches know how to get on the refs and be like, "Yo, yank about the punk
Monty is
us."
a good coach, though.
Yeah,
Okay, but he's
even
too
though
soft.
even though he's come, I guess has he even come short? Obviously, he's come short of a championship, but he didn't have a full year with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And granted, we did go out crazy in them last elimination games, but he is still a really good coach.
He is, but I feel he gives me nicest guy in prison vibes, and that ain't gonna last.
what?
You know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
You know what I'm
How you be coming
The
up with
nicest
some
guy
shit
in
sometimes?
Nice guy
like-
in prison.
The nicest.
Nah,
you
you
don't
don't
want to
like-
be the you don't be the nicest guy in
So
prison.
he's-
Bro,
But
you're
also,
the nice
you don't
guy.
want to run up on the nicest guy in prison, do you?
The nicest guy in prison is there for a long time.
Right.
Oh yeah, but what is he doing there? Like, how is he surviving?
Honestly,
there?
Jeffrey Dahmer was probably a nice guy in prison.
No, he was. He got his ass stomped out like the third day
No,
because he was actually
murdered.
around people that were like his size and his. We're not gonna get into how are we gonna Jeffrey Dahmer, anyways. Good lord. All right, but yeah, Monty's gone. Suns need a new head coach. Chewy, are you okay about the Sun season, bro? It's over.
I mean, I'm not okay that it's over, but I felt like Monty kind of took this team as far as he could.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, so.
Hopefully, it could be like a Mark Jackson situation, and we get Steve Kerr, and we win 4 rings.
Oh, that would be
right?
nice because Mark Jackson did take them to a point, and then Steve Kerr came in and won all the
Yeah,
championships.
it's possible for the Suns to win, right?
never
RC?
know.
You
I
never
think-
know.
I think
right?
Hope is still out there.
Is it?
I think the Suns are definitely a good enough team to get a ship. They're a good enough team. There's a lot of variables that keep coming up, like us having injuries and stuff like that. But I think overall we're good enough to get a ship. I think one thing that the Suns for real got to do, because this is just as a person, like I watch
Move to
sports.
Vegas.
Damn.
Hey, whoa.
Just saying.
But what they need to do is they need to. I don't care if it's all season they play like they want to play like they want to have a long career ahead of them. But when it gets in the playoffs, man, they got to play like this is the last time I'm ever gonna play.
That comes
basketball.
down to coaching, bro. That comes down to motivation. You know what I'm saying? Freaking can't be letting these Laker fans come into
Well,
our
what can
arena
I
talk
say,
shit.
man? I can't talk for these. I can't talk on this
Laker
shit.
fans.
Sorry.
Just how I feel.
17.
Dodger fans, y'all stink
Gonna
too.
be 18 this year.
Who else? Niners fans, y'all stink.
I'm not a Niners fan. so
Rams fans, y'all stink.
They do stink.
Wait, Raiders fans, y'all just sad.
Hey, watch
we
out now.
are
Wait,
the
you a
ones.
Raiders fan?
No, I'm saying,
We
I'm
done
saying
won.
watch out.
Yeah,
You talking
you
about
have to
Raiders
win
fan?
it.
You got to.
Hey, look, I'm a Cardinals fan, and we're
This ain't the
ass.
Beehive. They will be in the parking
I'm
lot.
a Cardinals
tonight.
fan, and we're come beat
Hey,
me up
pull
because my
up.
football team
Hey,
sucks.
pull up.
All right, the Cardinals are so bad. I had to go be a goddamn Green Bay,
Hey, I'ma drop
Wisconsin
the Addy
fan.
right
I'm
now.
a Packers fan.
I'm dropping that
Pack
right now.
City.
Follow me on
Packers.
Twitter.
But now I'm a Jets fan because now I'm following Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, call me fair weather. All right, fight me. I seen Kyler Murray.
Man, what's the
Stop.
next hot cue, though?
Next hot cue is Lil Durk and J. Cole dropped a song. It's been getting a lot of love. I think it got 5 million views within about 24 hours on YouTube. Yellawave, have you heard that song? What do you think?
I heard J. Cole's part.
Wow, did you skip Dirk?
Yeah, absolutely.
You skipped Dirk, yo? You're not a Dirk
Dirk,
fan?
yo.
There's nothing Dirk can tell me that I need to know.
No, how much?
Is that a hot take?
No, you're not wrong.
How much would
I'm
it-
laughing because
I'm
Yo.
sorry. I guess I didn't grow up in the trenches.
Damn, how much would it cost for somebody to hear a Dirk song in the club? How much would it cost?
What?
If somebody wanted to pay you to play some Lil Durk in the club, how much I got to pay you?
At least $10.
Oh,
You gotta at least buy me a drink
that's okay. Now.
so I can,
So I could be drunk
be
and have
drunk
to hear
through
this.
it.
Wow, RC, have you heard the new?
I did, man. I thought he was. I thought they might have been pandering a little bit with the
Absolutely.
kids choir.
Pandering
Bro,
to
like,
who?
this guy,
I'm
bro,
playing.
didn't he used to wear ski masks and stuff?
I think they overdoing the positive Perry, but it's cool.
Absolutely.
I like that kind of stuff. I came in here and told y'all I grew up on the Kanye West. So anytime you use a choir and you get a little soul on the track, I'm in. But I also am like, wait a minute, this is the same guy right now that's beefing with NBA YoungBoy.
Yep.
Hold on, you trying to throw me? He trying to rock us to sleep, and I ain't going for it.
Are they really beefing though?
No,
Like,
you right. Maybe not.
You're right, because he
beef.
didn't slide for Vaughn, so
Maybe not beef,
Wow.
but I
so
was
it
just
must not
like-
really be beef.
Oh, see now I feel like act.
And look, I don't want to hinder somebody from growing. So if this is what he's on, then cool. But if in the next however long we hear any news about he on some thug shit,
but what thug shit is he really? A lot of these guys,
don't
I'm
know.
not like. Let me say this first and foremost. Hey, you from the streets, whatever. All love and respect. Let me say that. Number one. Number two. A lot of these guys, they start doing this shit when it's time to sell albums. Then it's now I got.
then
beef
it's
with-
time to pander.
Yeah. Then it's
Yeah, I
time
know.
to shake it. Hey, Artie, have you heard the song?
No, man.
You ain't heard it?
That don't even sound like my type of shit.
Right.
dog.
But it's J. Cole. I think Dirk
To
is
be
bold
honest-
for getting on a song with Cole because Cole went crazy.
I
no idea.
didn't really like J. Cole until like
Same.
recently. I feel like older
crazy.
J. Cole, and
That's
again,
crazy.
people gonna hate on me for this, but this is a completely subjective thing that I don't
You
even
jumping out the window
necessarily
again?
understand
Yeah, he's
myself.
jumping off the deep.
Break it, Chewy.
Old J. Cole sound corny to me a lot.
That is
Oh
freaking
my
wild.
gosh.
I'm
Ashley's
with-
disgusted.
So wild.
We're
I'm-
disgusted.
I'm
Drive? You didn't like
No, Forest Hills Drive was when I started was that the one where he
that was
on
a
the
long.
roof?
That
Yeah.
was like 2015.
that was like
Yeah, but to me,
8
it
years ago.
feels
That's old
recent.
Cole.
You know what I'm
Almost 10 years
saying?
ago.
Born Center is corny.
But there's certain songs
His
where
mixtapes,
I think everything
the warm-up.
before that was when I was like, I don't know, it just wasn't.
RC's never been a
landing
J.
for me,
Cole
bro.
fan, and
I was gonna say I don't know if I'm gonna go as far as saying corny, but he ain't do it for me.
That's fine.
wow.
That is fine.
And,
But maybe
You went to college. You should.
and
love J.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Speaking of pandering, I know the trick, dog.
What
What's the
trick?
trick?
You calling him a trick?
Nah, I'm
Bro,
just saying.
J. Cole,
Say it.
platinum, no features. He
No, I
doesn't need to
understand.
pander nobody.
No,
Right.
no,
He actually
incredibly
makes great
talented.
music.
Right.
For me personally, he didn't speak to me.
That's fine. He spoke to the rest of
It
the
ain't
world.
I
Played
know.
basketball.
I know.
It
He's
ain't
half
even like
white.
my
To
What
the
you mean
rest of the world.
Yeah, he got you. He got
No,
you.
you got yours.
That's crazy.
I'm just
Yeah.
with Artie.
Wow.
I didn't give it enough of a chance early on, and
Maybe
I think I
grew
missed
up,
the boat.
Yeah, because maybe I grew up a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like a hood, but like I grew up a little bit more grimy than what he was kicking, and it wasn't. It just
He rapped
wasn't
about some
touching
grimy
base.
shit. He just didn't.
But it just
what
wasn't.
about Kendrick?
I like Kendrick.
Love
Yeah.
Kendrick to
But what
death.
is Kendrick doing that?
J. Cole's
Cole-
not.
it's the same approach.
No, but you know what it is though. Like I was saying, there's something about when Kendrick was talking about the hood shit
Yeah.
that like I recognized. It felt authentic. When J. Cole was saying it, it sounded like J. Cole was doing that thing where he's like,
What's
well,
the-
I'm
what's
telling
the
you a
hood song?
story.
And
What's the hood?
of-
What is J. Cole's hood song?
well, yeah,
pull up
because
on the light, pull up at the light, like nice watch, run it.
Okay.
and also the hood in Compton is a bit different than the hood in North Carolina. Or
Well,
where-
but how do we know though? I mean, yeah, Compton's a famous
it's all-
hood, but
yeah,
North
yeah,
Carolina
yeah. How
ain't,
do we
ain't no soft shit either.
I
Bro,
wasn't
what?
saying it was. I just said it was.
It's not
different.
Compton. It's not. Move on. It's not Compton.
Okay, Chewy, if you had a, do you like J. Cole?
I like J. Cole.
All right.
But let me.
Did you hear the song? I think the song is. What we're
But
talking
did you hear the song with him a little bit?
Oh no, it went under my
I don't
radar
wanna hear it.
completely.
I like J. Cole now. Does that make y'all feel better?
Slightly.
Yeah, because I like him now.
Ashley's like, no, you don't get a
No.
pass.
I like him now. You know why? Because I'm older now. I'm doing business minded stuff. I'm
She's
thinking
saying
at
now
higher
because
levels and capacities.
now that you pay taxes, now you
Right.
appreciate
Exactly.
J. Cole more.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
See,
and I'm
RC,
like,
you can learn something from Artie.
I didn't say I didn't like him. I said I didn't give it enough of a
You
chance.
you
early
fought harder
on.
for Beyonce than J. Cole.
Right.
All right,
that's
dog.
facts, but he's
What's the next hot cue?
Number 4 on the list. This is going great. Fast and Furious, the new one. I forgot what number. What is this? 52.
Doesn't matter. They should have stopped making movies like 6 movies ago.
Fast and Furious are dropping a new movie this coming week, this summer. Apparently, Vin Diesel hinted at that this might be a trilogy, even though it's supposed to be like the last one.
Dude, I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
done.
So he's
I
like,
didn't
yo, this
hear-
might
I
be a
missed that one.
3-part last one. He was kind of hinting at. I don't think he confirmed it, but he kind of actually you look so disgusted. You're
No.
like, fuck. Any of us Fast and Furious fans?
What
I
else
was
can you
I was
do?
when I was in high school
Yeah, they lost
when
me
they
a
were actually
long
criminals and they weren't the police.
What else can you do in a car?
No, before they were superheroes. Them motherfuckers went to
They're pretty much
space.
superheroes
No,
now,
it was already unacceptable when they started working for the police. Like you were an underground street racer. Next movie, they are the police. They're not running from
Damn.
like think about it. That is the most pandering series of all shows.
the
Now
word
that-
of the
now
day?
that-
The word of the
It
day
is.
is now
That
pandering.
is the biggest money grab.
No facts.
When
And
Paul
they-
Walker
they
died,
milking it.
So should Fast and Furious. If you're asking me,
That would have been a beautiful ending.
to put to have Paul Walker's brother in the movie and CGI Paul Walker in the movie,
They did do
that
that.
is wrong.
They
bro.
had to
did
finish
do
the
that.
movie though, Yellawave.
They
I don't
did do
blame
that.
it. No,
They
they
could've-
they had to finish the movie.
You know how wrong that is?
No,
But it's
to finish the
kinda
movie's
sick.
fine. But now I've been
It's
hearing
kinda
rumors
sick.
that they might try to bring back Paul Walker for another movie. And now, if they
Now
did
they
that,
dragging it. Now they
if they
dragging
did
it.
that shit,
Now
Do
they
you
dragging
understand
it.
Now
how
that-
Paul Walker feels right now?
From
Now
the
they're
grave.
dragging it.
You know how
the
crazy
fuck?
that sounds?
Paul shaking his head up there in his nice skyline in the sky.
Hell no.
Yeah, man. I think they need to just kill this series. We're gonna pay to go see Jello's there right now. Jello's over there watching the movie,
It's
eating
like-
What
popcorn
else
and
can
shit.
you do
They're
in
gonna
a
do it.
car? What
They're
else
gonna
can you
do it. They did magnets. They're gonna
No.
go underwater.
Time travel.
No,
They're
I'm
gonna.
done.
Vin Diesel's gonna drive up the back of a
I'm
T-Rex with a Jurassic Park collab.
He said
and
three-
shoot right
I'm
through
done.
King Kong.
3 more movies.
He said
Bro,
it might be a-
Ludacris was a booster, right?
Yeah. Now he's
Now
smart.
he can hack into the Pentagon. How does
and
that
he,
make
and he does
sense,
karate,
bro?
He beat a 3 niggas in a row.
How does that make sense?
Yeah,
Ty-
they dragged
Bro,
it
Tyrese
out.
literally-
Tyrese had an ankle monitor on him at a freaking.
I wish we could watch the trailer because when I seen it, I literally passed out on my couch
Oh,
Hey.
from
no.
how far they're going with this shit.
It's
Hey,
ridiculous.
Vin Diesel gonna walk out and he gonna slap his chest like Iron Man and the car gonna build around him.
Dude, literally, they're the Avengers now. I'm done with it.
They're stronger than the Avengers. I'm taking Vin Diesel and Letty over freaking
Well, I
Iron
wouldn't
Man
watch
and
the
Captain
movie. I wouldn't watch
and
the
Captain
movie.
They
Marvel.
have plot
I'm not gonna
armor.
watch it.
Can we get
magic.
drunk
Yeah.
and watch it?
No.
I remember the first time, or one of the first times I went to go see Fast and Furious. It was like, I think it was like the third one back when we lived on the West Side. And literally, like the line for the movie theater was like all the way from like to inside the movie out to the street.
No.
And people were offering shots of Patron so they could skip the line. Dude was like, I got a shot of Patron in my trunk of
Hell
a car if y'all
no.
let me skip the line. Chicks were fighting and stuff like that. It was a great time.
What the fuck?
It was a you know, like Harry Potter was people reading books and shit. No, this is people throwing dice and ordering pizza on the line and shit.
It's bad for movie culture.
Oh, it's terrible.
I don't even remember the last Fast and Furious movie I actually saw, though.
Me
to be
neither.
honest, I cannot remember the last one.
How
where I
how
was like-
much faster? How much more furious?
more fury and more speed.
Yeah, I'm done.
And last but not least on the hot queue, we're gonna go watch Fast and Furious. You're going too, Ashley. You're going.
I'm not going.
Bring your boo. We're going.
I'm not. I'm not either.
definitely.
Me and Ashley
You
are
know,
not going.
We're going. I'll pay for you to go.
Let me know how bad
I'll
it
pay.
was.
I'll pay for
That's
you to
like-
go.
See, you the
Paying
reason why
for
they
me to
still
go
making
to
I'll,
it.
the
I'll
attention.
pay for you to go too. Yeah, we can get faded and go respectfully. all right?
But we're gonna have to. We have to be at the bar 2 hours early because I'm on a mission.
You want to be blacked out?
We're gonna
Yeah.
be Charlie's.
like how
We're
was
gonna feel like we're in the car.
So,
Chewy, you want to go? Chewy, you want to get wasted and go see
I
Vin
don't wanna
Diesel
go, but I'll get drunk and
fly
let's
off a
do it.
mountain?
you'll be
Let's
able to
do it.
convince me.
He's gonna race lava. Oh my gosh! The last hot cue, Robert De Niro, 81 years old, still 80. Yeah, welcomed his 7th child.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Damn.
80, still getting it in.
He's basically
70, he's 79.
Hey, good
79.
for her.
Basically
Right.
like a sperm
79
donor.
years
Good
old.
for her.
Oh. How Yellawave? You just recently joined the Dad Club. Congratulations!
Thanks.
Not that long ago. Beautiful baby girl, dad.
Yeah.
How when do you think is like your cutoff date for you to have kids? Like when is like I'm not having.
I'm
a
good to go. I'm good. I'm set.
Wait, what do you mean? Like no more kids?
No, I'm good. If I had one more, cool. But I'm good. I don't.
So
I think experiencing being a dad is absolutely incredible. It's the biggest blessing I could experience in life.
Nice.
But it's not my goal to be Nick Cannon out here. Like I think part of being a parent is being able to be available to your kids, and I think the more kids you have, that you're just shrinking that window. Like you got to think like our parents that have 6, 7 siblings. You notice how they all have a different experience with their parent.
yeah,
I don't want that to be the story of my daughter.
I feel
You
that.
know, I want to give her all that I can, and I'm cool. Like I don't, bro. No, like it is hard, bro. It's hard.
But Robert's old. He could just stay at home in his rocking chair.
Sure.
You know?
If I had Robert De Niro money, I would have a staff.
by the
of-
time that child is 21, he might not be here, or he'll
That-
be 100.
Yeah, it's probably
Before
what the
high
case
school.
will be.
Yeah,
But
before high school.
yeah, that was what I was saying. I was like, that was like, if there's such thing as like a skeet buzzard beater.
Yeah, that's it.
Excuse me.
That shit.
He hit it.
Hey,
That back end of the fourth.
I've never heard those words combined to
That's
make
real.
a
Buzzer
sentence.
No, he did though, literally.
He hit that shit.
Oh my god!
But like, think about the kid, like, bro, like,
Shouldn't
I'm
have
not
left
saying
that
he's.
man
I hope he never dies. I hope he's immortal. But he could literally. He's on his way. He could die 3 years from now, and that kid is not even gonna know what it's like to have a dad.
Yeah.
But he
So-
has a lot of
Like
movies
a
to watch.
a
You know?
myth.
So really, it's selfish.
Do you then employ somebody? I mean, this is where picking a godparent is like a foregone
you're
conclusion at that
basically
point.
raising this kid.
Do you pick some, like, do you kind of set it up that way in that case? Like, you're 79. You got to be realistic. What do? You just raise them and hope for the best? Or
I
like,
guess.
I
I mean,
figured
you got to
you-
have some provisions in place at that point.
I
for
figured
sure.
you'd be shooting dog water by then.
shooting dog
Dog
Come on, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
didn't think he still
Ashley, how
worked.
would you feel like by the time you were old enough to realize that you realize your dad is like 95 when you're like 14? Like, how would you?
It would suck.
Yeah.
It would really suck.
Theo Vaughn had
So you're
that
changing.
My
your
biggest
parents'
fear is
diapers?
being like the old parent. Like, I don't want to be like an old dad when it's ever me, but like that old. Like, I feel like being 40 is old when you first start having your first kid. Even it's probably not too bad now, but damn,
Yeah, man.
it's 79.
How old is the girl?
How old is his wife
she,
now?
She could only be like in her 30s,
Probably
40s,
like
maybe.
I think they said 40s. She was. in
That's
her 40s.
crazy.
From that's what I seen. I don't
That's
know
what
how
I'm saying,
true it
good for
was.
her because she still has half of her life. She's just gonna get a check forever,
She just waiting on that. She waiting on that.
Hey,
and she gets to actually experience
we know what she
that
waiting
child.
yo, she's kind of in a cold position though. Like,
Yeah, it's
God
just-
forbid Robert De
chess.
Niro passes away.
It's,
She's
hey, if
getting
it's
an auto bag.
That's sus.
it's us. If
Yeah,
he
that's-
dies soon,
that's sketchy.
Well, that's what we always say about whenever some old,
kinda rapey.
rich dude marries some young woman and is
kinda
like,
rapey.
you know what you're doing, and like, and she's like, so, and then
Wait, is the baby out yet?
no, the baby
Yeah.
is born. Yeah,
Yeah.
the baby's
well,
born.
the baby's born.
The baby's born.
Drop a pic. I gotta see it. I gotta see this guy.
You
I-
wanna- Well, you want to see Robert? Or you want to see the baby?
See this guy.
I gotta see
man.
this guy.
Think it's some Benjamin Button shit going on.
See this child.
I don't know if Chewy can find a pic of the baby.
Is it a boy?
I'll look. I'll look.
Okay, he's
I
gonna.
want to see.
Is it a
what-
boy or a girl?
I don't. I think boy. I can't. I don't know.
Damn.
I want to see what that reserve
think they said
sperm.
baby.
I want to see what that.
What's left?
Did they have to add water first? We're so we're so
like a chia
canceled,
pet.
man. God, the episode 17. This is. Oh, you found it?
I think so. Yeah.
Chewy's the best.
Oh,
man.
is it
Put it up on
girl?
the screen.
Yeah, it's gonna pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a girl?
Put the little baby up on the screen.
They have her. I don't know if I want to say put her name out there, but they have her name and everything. 8 pounds, 6 ounces.
Well, it's like a weird,
It's
crazy.
a
name.
healthy
You just said
baby.
a
That's
name.
crazy.
It's a healthy size
Hey man,
baby,
I don't
man.
know.
Let me see.
It's
And it looks just like him.
hey,
Oh,
dude.
Robert
Where'd
De
it go? There it
Niro.
is.
Oh, it's a cute little baby. Oh, she
That's
half Asian?
actually.
She Asian Italian.
Oh, that's Gail.
There it is.
There you go.
What's the mama look like?
Oh yeah, you see the yeah.
Gia Virginia Shea De
Or
Niro.
Chin De Niro.
Shen De Niro.
Oh, it gotta be
That's a,
Asian.
that's a cute
fire.
little baby.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
that baby
Wow.
looks like him.
And at least
right?
that baby has a
does.
normal
It
name.
does.
You know, celebrities they be doing some crazy like
Dude,
Apple,
that's
Certificate.
crazy,
freaking
bro.
Ferrari,
Apple Fritter Ferrari.
uh,
De Niro.
Cute kid. I
It's a
mean,
woman. It's a
croissant
girl. It's a
latte
lady.
Jones.
That is a
That's-
cute little baby.
Yeah, no,
Can't
hey, you
lie.
know, hey, round of applause for Robert. You know,
That's
as long as
dope.
the baby's happy and healthy, it ain't our business.
And then once Robert goes, she's gonna be able to get a new dude, and she done got to worry about money.
never saying it's
The
already.
baby's gonna, man, she's got it
And that's how-
made. She's got it made, dog.
She do, and that's how cues for today. That was
That was fun, guys.
something else, man. We got one last topic we're gonna get into before we run out of too much tape, and we keep saying some crazy shit right now. I don't know why. This is just the episode, but it is. So last but not least, we're gonna be talking about Ja Morant, famous NBA star, guard for the Memphis Grizzlies, and some hot water once again. Had a rough end to his season last year, losing to the Lakers in 6 games, being suspended for I want to say 8 games for being seen on IG Live holding up a gun in a strip club after a game with some people in Colorado. And then this time he was seen holding up allegedly a gun. I'm gonna say allegedly to cover our ass. You never know. Allegedly another weapon in the IG live that wasn't his. It was his friend's, but his friend kind of caught them turning up to NBA YoungBoy, and then kind of flashed over to Ja real quick. Ja had the blicky, and his friend tried to like hurry up and pan the camera off of him real quick, but it's too late, man. It's the internet. We have a pause button
on live.
On live on
yeah,
IG.
so it's not alleged, right? Because we saw it.
Well, and I was gonna say it's not alleged because that's what the team put out a statement. They suspended him for having a gun on live.
I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, no. I'm with you.
You say whatever you want to say, Ken.
Yeah, I don't, please. That's all I have. Okay, don't take it. So, but yeah, no, but we seen it. We seen what he did. The league is talking about a heavy suspension now. A lot of people are pissed off. A lot of people are disappointed in him. Literally, LeBron James is on his way out. Steph Curry is 35 years old. Kevin Durant's 35. A lot of the superstars that we kind of grew up with, at least in our late 20s, mid 30s, like they're getting older.
Yep.
And now this league is turning into a league for Zion Williamson or Devin Booker and a Ja Morant.
He hasn't played yet.
Okay, yeah, if Zion's healthy though, okay.
Win.
Okay, that's the point. And now going to be Victor Wembanyama.
Hey, that guy might actually be the new face of the league.
But I'm saying, but Ja was literally like the face. Like a lot of people want to be like Ja. Ja is making the NBA cool. He's the leader of the new wave.
Be like other people. And that's his problem.
And he wants to be like Lil Durk.
He wants to be Lil Durk.
But not even Lil Durk. I don't think he's been seen on camera holding up stuff like that. So what do we think real quick about what Ja's doing? Yellawave, I know you're a big basketball fan. Do you think he should be suspended for a long time?
Yeah.
Or how long would you give him if you were the commissioner?
I think the full season is fair. And
You're going to suspend him the full season?
honestly, what would be the next step? You kick him out of the league.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's living the real American dream. All of us would die to be in that position, and he's pissing it away. And he acts as if he's invincible, which I understand. If you're in that position, you're going to be around a bunch of yes men that everything is okay and you get away with certain things, but you can't when you have an image to uphold as a company first, which the NBA is. They're going to have to put their foot down. And Ja Morant is like the last American star. Like a lot of the other stars that are still in the league are foreign players.
Yeah.
So what are they supposed to do? What would be fair? He didn't learn the last time. The last time he said it was his friend's gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got on with
He's
Ja.
a
And the way
he's a
he
bro-
held it too, like
he's a broken
how-
record.
How you gonna where is it at?
He's a broken
How you gonna
record.
like hold a gun like when he was? I don't have a gun. Like where my gun? Like he was literally like this. Like come on,
Yeah.
bro.
Keychain.
Like if you were using it to like protect yourself because hey, like your job, like that's one thing, but you can afford security there to handle that type of shit for you.
His friends fucking suck.
Yeah.
His friends don't care. They ain't got nothing to lose.
Right, but
It's him.
no.
It's
That's
him
how
too, though.
dumb they are, though.
Yeah.
Like it's his fault, and overall, it's his fault because he's the person who, out of all of his friends, if you're an NBA player, I'm gonna assume you have an abundance of discipline, and that you have the ability to consistently do things, that you have the IQ to learn and understand other people.
too much
At
credit.
least I'm saying, like to be good. As good as he is, there's certain prerequisites that he must have. But so most of the fault falls on him. But his friends fucking suck because dog, they're pissed. They pissing their own bag away.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
even if his friends, because his friends aren't even like selfish. His friends are just dumb. Because if they were selfish, they'd be like, "Hey man, put the piece away, dog." They're just dumb, like
Because they're not the ones with the shoe deals. They're not the ones on the covers of video
that's how
games.
dumb
and stuff.
they are.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
but
Because they
it's not.
could
But
be-
Artie, I don't think it's dumb. I just think it's just they don't give a fuck. It's not them. Like Ja wants to be more like them than they want to be more like Ja. Like Ja wants to act like he's the hardest and he's
Yeah, but
like
they're-
somebody other than a guy who came from a
They're
two-parent
all
home.
dumb. They're all dumb.
yeah, because that's
Him and his friends.
He has his mom and his dad. His inner circle is bad. Like His mom apparently called them like when they had the incident at finish line. His mom was the one calling him saying that she felt disrespected. She called Ja and went up there, and that's when they thought, hey, maybe he had something on him. Then they don't know for sure, but that's what they thought. And then his dad,
same thing at the volleyball game. His mom got into it with somebody in the stands, and then she called Ja, and that's when they came and had the altercation.
yeah, like his parents are
at the
doing
school.
a really bad job of keeping him like out of like that shit.
The
'Cause,
little
like
kid that he fought at the basketball courts or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a different
17-year-old.
incident.
Bro,
yeah.
what
It's
are
a
you
lot.
doing?
And that was the dude he was with too, apparently, who also helped him.
And that we've all heard that before. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
You are the sum of the 5-6 people you spend the most time with. He's hanging out with them people. It's gonna drag him out
Yep.
of his greatness.
His blessings, yeah.
As much as he wants to be cool, guess what? Some motherfuckers go broke trying to be cool. So sometimes being the best, being the Jordan or Kobe type of person, that's not cool all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Not going out and turning up and waking up early in the morning and beating everybody to the court. That's not cool, bro. But long term, that makes you legendary. And maybe he just has to look at himself and say, maybe I don't got that in me.
Yeah, maybe he's just
RC
not built like that.
Yeah, I feel like we're watching a cautionary tale just play out right in front of us.
Yeah.
Like we see it coming. This is not the first or the last, I don't feel like, that we'll see or hear his name wrapped up in some bullshit. And it's just really sad to see. I mean, the guy's 23 years old, so you got to give him a little bit of slack.
Yeah.
But you still very grown at that point, and you know what you're doing, dog.
He's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? And like the fact that he just went through this and he got off with only 8 games.
Yeah.
And he still kept his sponsorships. He still kept his deals. He's a father now too. So you would think, hey, having a kid usually, not all the times, it calms people down. And it could change somebody's life sometimes. I'm not saying every time. I'm not saying a kid is the end all be all, but I'm saying you would hope that, hey, this man will think not just for himself, but hey, like I have a kid, I have a daughter. I got to make sure that she's straight, so I don't fuck this money up.
But that's what it is. He's because I feel like I've even been maybe and definitely not in any near that situation, but I've been in situations where I was making more money than I ever had. And I fucked it up because I thought the money was just gonna keep coming forever. And so he's in a super magnified version of that where it's like, man, I got so much, I can do whatever I want at any time that I want. He probably thinks that money is infinite. It's never gonna go away, but that's just not the truth. Even if you just look at the statistics, if we looked at it right now, it's like 60 to 70% of all NBA players are bankrupt after they retire. Like, bro, but that's why I put it on people around him that are supposed to be guiding him and even his friends. Because even like there's certain shit you won't let me do, or you at least gonna get on me about it. Like, so to
I'm
me,
gonna whoop your ass.
yeah, you gonna get on me. You gonna be like, hey, bro, that's stupid. Don't do that shit.
Yeah.
But that's real friends.
Yeah.
And that's real. Like when your homies love you, like that's real love. Love isn't always like what makes you feel comfortable. Sometimes love is extremely uncomfortable because they're the only people who love you enough to say some shit. Obviously, his homies and his family around him don't have that love, that type of love for him.
I got a question, and I might be throwing a rock and hiding my hand here, so I don't want to get too controversial. But is it worth asking, where's the NRA in terms of maybe them advocating for this type of not this type of behavior, but if you just look at the black and white, all he did was exercise his Second Amendment right. And I understand it makes it different with his position and everything, but if this was somebody else in a different situation, would the NRA be standing up and being like, hey, hold on, don't be trying to strip us? Is that
But
worth
I think
asking
there's
or
levels
no?
to it. I think, like I said, I think if it was like a gun for like protecting himself, one that he legally owned or whatever, and like, hey, he's like, yes, I have guns, but he wasn't like flashing it on IG and dancing with it or at a strip club with it. Like that's more reckless than like, yo, I have a weapon for protection because hey,
I could
it's
see
my
that.
right. Like I think
That's a good point.
That's
Didn't Paul Pierce get fired from ESPN because he had weed in a IG Live video?
He did, yeah.
Where's
strippers
the
and shit too.
Yeah, but it goes to the same point. Like their brand, they're protecting their brand, and also they're holding the people that are the face of the brand to a standard. They're not letting him be out here and act like he's invincible, which is probably the only positive that comes from this. There's probably some up and coming superstar that's watching Ja Morant destroy his career and be like, I'm not gonna do that.
Hopefully.
Ja had, I mean, there's been a number of examples. Like, you see what AI went through. You know what I'm saying? Like how Allen had a lot of bad people in his circle and stuff like that, too.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually that kind of started bogging him down. We've seen, because, like, once you make all that money that fast, like, you go from not even playing at, like, a major D1, and you're a middle school kid, and then, boom, you just blow up. And now you just have all this money. Everybody wants to be you. You have your own shoe line. You're literally, you made a franchise that was never known for being cool. The Grizzlies were always known for being like slow basketball and kind of boring and who cares. And now you made that shit cool. And everybody's calling you like the next big thing. So all this pressure's on you. And what you do, you're doing things to ruin that. Like,
I think he has other big problems that could potentially arise too, because he throws up gang signs and shit too. So I was watching this video, and like a high. Well, allegedly, I don't know if the dude really is or not, but I seen the video, and it was like a dude who's a high-ranking Crip.
Affiliated.
He was saying like, yo, you throwing all this shit up, but he's like, real talk, if you throwing all that shit up, then really come get affiliated. But
Someone's
the only thing is you gonna owe us a check every time then you gonna owe Crips a check for the rest of your life. Do you want to play that game? And that's real shit, though. You're gonna have to, every time you come into a city, he gonna have to
check in.
Check in.
What's up, y'all? I'm in town, and then be like, all right, we need you to come over here, talk to these kids, and then, slide that bread or whatever they need him to do.
Because think about it, bro. Like, they have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like that street shit is all they know. Why Ja has a career to where he doesn't have to live. He can live in the nicest neighborhoods. He can drive the nicest car. His kids can go to the nicest schools. He ain't got to deal with none of that. He can bring his whole family out.
But
like
he does and never had to. That's why this whole thing is weird to me.
Yeah, well, it's
clout.
It's
like cosplay.
It's clout, bro. Guys, that's the most
he's putting it
addictive
on.
drug in the game is clout. Like, Ashley, what would you do? Are you like, what would you do if you had a friend who was like trying to act hard for no reason, and like they could lose? Like, if your friend had like a high paying job, like what would you tell that person?
I don't know. I feel like I have empathy for him. I know it's going to be unpopular, but he's 23. Like, that's young. I think of myself at 23 with that kind of money and power, I'd probably be doing some fucking stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he did it once though. You know.
He did the exact same thing already.
But if you don't have like a role model telling you what to do,
Yeah.
I mean, also too, it depends on where you're from and who your friends are. Like, it could be someone that he grew up with.
But this may sound like a small statement, but he knows his dad. Like, and I understand
he
all
has what a lot of
fathers
people
aren't
don't.
necessarily role models, but like,
But his dad is
knows-
addicted to the clout too. His dad's more worried about being on the sidelines and
Every single day.
hugging it up with Magic Johnson and yucking it up with Shannon Sharp rather than like watching your damn son. Like, his son is his meal ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the son is the golden goose because his dad wasn't rich before Ja made it. His mom wasn't rich before Ja made it. They were good but not rich.
I feel what she's saying though. Like, yeah, I have empathy for him, and
I don't know.
no, like I do. I have empathy. Like, yeah, I was.
If he was on the Lakers, I'd have empathy.
I was 23.
And there's the rub.
You know, I was 23, and of course, I think we all have been young and made bad decisions. But just the reality of it is the empathy doesn't mean anything because he's living in a world where his actions are going to fuck his life up.
Yep.
Period. And that's just facts because he's not in control of his paycheck to that extent. He's like, sure, maybe if he was, already had his own clothing brand and all these other things that was getting him all this bread, then go act however the fuck you want to act.
Yeah.
But right now, dog, you just have to look at the apples and oranges, dog. Like, you do not control your paycheck. So if you act up, the guy who goes like this can say, never mind.
Yep.
Well, the last
Get your
thing
ass on.
I'm gonna say is nobody's bigger than the league. It doesn't matter if you're LeBron James, Michael Jordan, whoever. Nobody's bigger than the overall league. And the last thing the league is gonna want you to do is to make the league look like a bunch of young idiots out there with money and nothing better to do, and to be in strip clubs and stuff like it, and be dumb enough to get caught on live. Like, you gonna put yourself on live or be caught on live. Like, if you doing that shit and somebody catches you without you looking, that's one thing. But if for you to put yourself on there, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Hopefully not
and
literally.
most of the stuff he would have got, like going to the strip club and all of that, I think most people have been like, whatever. But flashing firearms twice.
Yeah.
It's like how
and then
much
having the same excuse twice.
Yeah, it's like, dog, okay, and it was my friend's gun. Well, then you need new friends, dog.
See, now you sound like a dad.
Yeah.
But hey, y'all, that was episode 17. A round of applause Oh my gosh, that went a lot of different places I didn't think we were gonna go, but I'm glad we went there.
Yep.
Once again, shout out to our special guest, the one and only DJ Yellawave.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yo, once again, we're super excited for your event. Let them know
Be there.
when the date is and how they can follow you on the gram and all your socials and everything.
May 26th, the Van Buren. You can get tickets on livenation.com or the vanburenphoenix.com. Follow me on social media. Yellawave, which is YELLAWAVE. You could also follow our ONLYJAMS party page as well. And I'll see you there, May 26th.
There you go.
Let's go.
We gonna be there, man. We gonna turn up. We gonna turn up. Shout out to my bro once again, Jesus Crust, Chewy. Thank you for everything, bro. Appreciate you,
I got you, bro.
man. The best editor in the game. Shout out to my boy Charlie Mumbles as well. Another GOAT editor in the game. Once again, Jello. We love you, dog. Jello TV. Follow him. Shout out to our homegirl Ashley V in the building. Thank you for hanging out with us. We would love to. Yeah, we've been talking about this for a few weeks. You've been a big fan of us behind the scenes, and we're glad to have you here. You're gonna be up here soon. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna have you up here. So, RC, how can they find you?
Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG.
Cool. Artie, how can they find you?
Artie Reeps, ARDYREAPZ on everything. They ain't take away TikTok yet, so find me there.
TikTok is still here, which is good because now IG is still they're still paying for reels and content. So, hey, man, run up our reels, baby. We trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Help us. All right, keep the competition alive and follow me at DJ Aaron Michael, 2 A's, ROA. When I got pizza earlier for today for
It
everybody
was good.
here. I got pizza. I got some
Appreciate
pizza.
that.
No problem.
Appreciate you, man.
When I walked
Good
inside, I'm like, I'm here to pick up pizza for Aaron, and like the dude like behind, he was a really nice guy. He was like, "Oh, AA Ron, huh?
Oh,
yeah."
Oh, God.
How often do you hear the AA Ron joke?
Every
I don't
time.
like that.
No, look,
Isn't
man.
that one of your like drops?
It is.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't mess up. See, but my grandma. Shout out to my grandma. Happy early birthday to you as well, G Mama. Love you. She's the one that called me AA Ron first and foremost, before Key and Peele. So let's not get it twisted. She invented AA Ron.
Word.
So-
So back in the day, like when you was younger?
Yeah, when I was younger, I was a kid. She used to call me AA Ron. AA Ron. So she did that before Key and Peele. So I love you, Grandma. Yeah, man. Yo, follow us. Please keep running up our YouTube numbers. We're so excited. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on IG. We are close to 400 followers on Instagram right now. We're close to 80 subscribers on YouTube. Help us get there. Help us get to 100 subscribers. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Help us. Comment below what your favorite part of the show is, and we will talk to you guys soon, baby. Cue it up. Peace out. Hoo-ah! Yeah.